Somewhere, a fierce battle raged. Our protagonist, Wu Chang, was ambushed and attacked by minions of the demonic path. Bare-handed, he faced their weapons. He grabbed one and unleashed a flurry of punches. But none hit the enemy's weak points due to another using magic to suppress his strength. Ultimately, Wu Chang fell under their blades. At that moment, hidden in the Juha Mountains at the Infamily estate, Wu Chang was reborn in the frail body of a young noble. Initially, he thought someone had placed a fake mask on his face, but found no seams. Slapping himself to test if it was real or a dream, he startled a nearby maid, who ran off to fetch a physician. Sitting in the room, Wu Chang realized this wasn't a demonic path plot to kill him. Determined to uncover his new identity, he tried stepping off the bed, but his body collapsed like a newborn deer. Glancing at a ledger on the table, he learned this was the Silver River Merchant Guild, a major trading organization, and the body's owner was the eldest young master, Li Junyan. Outside, Gong Sunming, Li Junyan's personal physician, rushed in with a fake concerned expression. Wu Chang recognized him, a vile, venomous snake who struck from behind. He brought chicken soup, claiming it was nourishing, but it was poison for this frail body. Gong Sunming's real fear was Li Junyan's sudden recovery. Wu Chang refused the soup and politely sent him away. Then, he realized the Dragon Phoenix Tournament 200 was nearing, meaning his death was recent. The demonic path that killed him, and this treacherous physician, were still alive. Enemies surrounded him, all needing elimination. This time, Wu Chang vowed to send them to their graves with a single fist. Moments later, the table was laden with a variety of dishes. The maids cheered excitedly. Goodness, is he eating so much again today? He's been on thin porridge lately. Yes, he's had quite an appetite recently. Maybe it's time for him to take a stroll outside. At that moment, a hand flung the door open. Wu Chang, fresh from a bath, stepped out. He glanced at them, saying, "Breakfast ready? Well done, you may leave now." Approaching the table, he ordered, "From now on, keep breakfast simple like this." "Yes, sir," the maids replied, retreating while whispering, "He really looks much healthier." Like I said, as Wu Chang picked up a steaming rice ball, ready to eat, a voice called, "Now, let's see, young master, it's me, Gong Sunming." The maids panicked. "Young master." He frowned, annoyed, saying, "Come in." Gong Sunming entered. Wu Chang looked at him and chuckled, thinking, this guy's utterly shameless. Gong Sunming put on his fake act. Wu Chang glanced at him, thinking, I still can't fathom why I ever had to bow to someone like this. He smirked wickedly. "How about we catch a rat for fun?" Holding a cup of water, he asked, "What's the matter, Imperial Physician Gong Sun?" Gong Sunming, ever theatrical, replied, "What's the matter, young master? You've been so reclusive. I got worried and had to check on you. But you seem quite different lately. Don't you? Looks like my past efforts were all for naught." Wu Chang sneered. "Efforts, you say?" His face dripped with disdain and suspicion. "You mean that chicken soup that nearly knocked me out?" Caught off guard, Gong Sunming flinched. He quickly regained his fake composure. "Young master, I'm afraid you've misunderstood. That soup was a tonic. Excellent for nourishing the body." But Wu Chang waved dismissively. "Is that so? I thought it was poison meant for me." Gong Sunming gaped, staring at him. "What? I'm Gong Sunming, your personal physician." Bowing, he added, "If I'm not welcome here, I'll take my leave." As he turned, Wu Chang called, "Physician Gong Sun," his face stern and menacing. "Coming uninvited, now leaving without permission? Who's the master here?" Gong Sunming froze, terrified. Wu Chang smirked. "Just kidding." Pointing ahead, he said, "I want to send a letter. Fetch pen and ink from the table." "Yes, I'll get them," Gong Sunming replied. Wu Chang ate, saying, "I'll dictate." "You write." "Yes, young master." Gong Sunming focused, recording Wu Chang's words. "Eldest young master Li Junyan's condition has worsened, requiring an extended stay at the villa. Living like this, how should I proceed? Please guide me on the next path to take." Gong Sunming paused. Wu Chang's face darkened. "Why stop? Keep writing." He gave a forced smile. "Young master, this is a bit." Before finishing 3 words, something whizzed past his neck at lightning speed, its force piercing the wall. Gong Sunming, terrified, touched the scratch on his neck. Wu Chang, deadly serious, warned, "Old man, I'm not the old Li Junyan anymore. Got it?" Gong Sunming, panicked, shouted, "Young master, I truly don't understand what you mean." Wu Chang laid it bare. "That chicken soup, yes, might be fine for the healthy. But for someone frail like me, it's no different from poison. As a physician, you should know that better than anyone. Thought I didn't notice you secretly checking my pulse while I was half dead? I know everything you've done. Anything to say?" Expressionless, Wu Chang recounted. "Most importantly, I refused. I didn't want to eat anything. Take that soup out, now." Staring at Gong Sunming's face, he thought, a schemer who can't hide his intentions, pathetic. Indeed, Gong Sunming's face then showed anger and reluctance. Wu Chang pressed, "I know you didn't act alone. Write the name of who ordered you in the letter." Unashamed, Gong Sunming asked, "Young master, why think that? Suspecting me again? Am I not sincerely devoted to your health?" He began his performance. Wu Chang glared with murderous intent. Gong Sunming's true face emerged. "You, traitor, pretty good at pretending, huh? Didn't expect you to be this sharp." Wu Chang calmly declared. "Finally, your real face shows." Gong Sunming raised a hand, sneering at the maids. "No choice. If needed, we kill the servants to silence them." He drew a weapon, eyeing Wu Chang like a true demon. Wu Chang swiftly struck, smashing a palm into Gong Sunming's head. Blood spraying, still holding a chicken drumstick. He scolded, "I'm talking to you, and you turn away?" Taking a big bite, he raged, "That's how you address your superior?" His hand glowed red, while Gong Sunming lay motionless. Blood pooling, Wu Chang sighed, "What a pitiful body. Hitting him hurts me too." Looking at his hand, he resolved, "Must focus on regaining strength now." Gazing at Gong Sunming, "Once I recover, I'll fear no one, not even if it's the entire Yin Sha Commerce Guild." He spat out the bone, thinking, "When I return to the guild, I'll investigate Gong Sunming." Suddenly, Wu Chang felt dizzy, clutching his head in pain. Such a headache. A voice echoed in his mind, startling him. Images of Gong Sunming and Li Junyan meeting flashed. Wu Chang gasped, "No, not just images. These are memories." Memories surged. Li Junyan's life. From youth to adulthood, a tear rolled down Wu Chang's cheek. He murmured, "So that's it. Li Junyan, eldest son of the wealthy Yin Sha Commerce Guild, was less clever than his second brother, less strong than his third. A useless young master. He tried using wealth to mask his flaws, but sank into vanity, living aimlessly. When he sought change, it was too late. His health failed, and he was sent here." As night fell, Wu Chang gazed at the scenery, reflecting, if those memories are real, his family abandoned him here, treating him as gone. He sighed, "Without this body's memories before, I was at a disadvantage. Now, I can fully focus on fighting without fear of exposure." Frowning at his still red hand, he mused, "A body with martial talent, yet discarded, what a waste. With my expertise and some spirit medicine, I can break through to a new realm soon." He paused, eyeing gleaming valuables, thinking, spirit medicine? With money, anything's buyable, right? Noticing Gong Sunming, still unconscious from his blow, Wu Chang sighed. Spring sunlight poured in, and maids swept the courtyard. A year later, someone approached, asking the maids, "Everyone doing all right?" "It's Mu Renxia, from the Yin Sha Commerce Guild's guard team," a maid replied. He smiled, asking, "I have a letter for eldest young master Li Junyan. Where is he now?" The maid pointed cheerfully. "The young master's over there." Renxia's eyes widened in disbelief, seeing Li Junyan's now robust figure. He wondered, this is eldest young master Li Junyan? Seasons had shifted several times. In that period, I completed the formation of my Dantian and ingrained all the martial arts needed for survival into this body, from 5 elements footwork to 5 elements movement and lightweight transfer technique. All enabled instantaneous peak speed, alongside White Lightning 10-stage technique, a martial art controlling thunder chi. His body was now lean, muscles defined with a six-pack. I had cultivated to the 4th layer, everything progressed smoothly. But a pressure surged across the ground, and Wu Chang pushed himself up, bracing against the earth. A falling leaf shattered under his force. Still, he wasn't satisfied, not enough. At that moment, a call caught his attention. Young Master Li Junyan. Renxia bowed respectfully. It's been a while. Sir, I'm Mu Renxia, from the guard team. He lowered himself further. I bring a letter from the family. Please review it. Wu Cheng extended his hand. Let me see. What's this? Renxia, still dazed, thought, what's going on? Isn't this the young master I knew? The one I met before? Why's he so different now? His thoughts were cut off by Wu Cheng's impatience. Hurry up, my arm's about to fall off. Yes, sir, soon. They sat at a table. Wu Cheng read the letter intently. Musing, father's bedridden? His face showed confusion. No mention of what caused his illness? Renxia evaded. It's likely the Ji Yuyang clan's doing. You know we've been paying protection fees to their merchant guild. The amount keeps rising, now beyond our means. Wu Cheng sighed. Does the Ji Yuyang clan do anything to earn our guild's protection money? Renxia, fuming, nearly barked. Nothing. Those bastards just. Wu Cheng, puzzled, asked, who? Renxia recounted. When the Little Heaven sect imposed unfair taxes on our trade, they said the Ji Yuyang clan would intervene if our guild's head faced trouble. Then ignored us completely. He sighed. Since Ji Yuyang Marquis leads the city's guard guild, no one dares complain. Wu Cheng stared blankly. Ji Yuyang Marquis? A name I've heard in the martial world. If I know him, he must be no ordinary master. He smirked smugly. So, in his eyes, we're just nobodies? He must think so. Then he declared, if we deal with the Ji Yuyang clan, will things stabilize? Renxia, stunned, thought, deal with them? He replied, actually, there's another reason for the patriarch's illness. A sword clash broke out between the second and third young masters. The patriarch witnessed their power struggle and collapsed. Imagining the scene, Wu Cheng fumed. The patriarch must have been shaken. Exactly, and at such a sensitive time. Clutching his head, frustrated, he muttered, sons drawing swords on each other before their father. What were they thinking? Renxia hastily clarified, but please don't worry, this won't affect you. Wu Cheng shot him a sharp glare, cutting him off. No, I can't let them off. Renxia, intimidated, stammered, yes, sir. Wu Cheng spoke firmly. No need for letters. Standing resolute, I'll return to the family directly. Later, Renxia, elsewhere, slammed a table in shock. The eldest young masters completely change. He whispered to teammates, he's a true warrior now. His body, wow, brimming with power. They exchanged glances, then burst into laughter. Eldest young master Li Junyan. A warrior? That playboy gambler and womanizer? No one believed him. He's probably a bedroom master or gambling guru now. If he's a warrior, I'm a legendary martial hero. A brown-haired youth sighed. You guys joke, but at least make it believable. Even hearing the deputy captain's got a wife sounds more plausible. A menacing figure loomed over him, Han Yi, deputy captain of Yin Sha Commerce Guild's guards. He scolded. The eldest young master seems to have recovered well. Smirking, he added, he showed martial talent as a child. So him being a warrior now isn't surprising. Han Yi asked Renxia, when will the young master return? Glancing at his scolded teammates, Renxia nervously replied, right now, sir. Han Yi announced loudly, the young master's returning to the family. Yes, sir. Han Yi headed out. Let's go greet him. That playboy? Watch your tongues. Know who pays your wages? Move. Wu Cheng stood before the Yin Sha Commerce Guild's gate, marveling. So grand, he thought. I'd only heard of the Yin Sha Commerce Guild's name before. Seeing it now, its scale is massive. Li Junyan was truly raised in luxury. Glancing at the maids, he said, I'll see father immediately. You all rest. Yes, young master. Walking, he wondered, come to think of it, no one's greeting a young master like me? Just then, his eyes caught movement. The entire guild's guards, swords in hand, rushed out, forming a line. They positioned him in the center, shouting, welcome back, eldest young master. Han Yi bowed respectfully. Han Yi, deputy captain, greets you, he exclaimed, almost didn't recognize you. Thank heavens you're healthy, what a blessing. The brown-haired youth thought. The deputy captain has no shame. Recalling Li Junyan's past, always scorned, he ignored the guild's greetings. But seeing Han Yi's cheerful smile, he thought, He'll probably get mocked again. Wu Cheng looked at Han Yi, grinning, clapping his hands. Such a welcome for a useless guy like me? Overkill. But thanks. The crowd gaped, staring as if at an alien. Shocked, they muttered, "What? He just thanked us? That jerk said that?" Renxia spoke up. "I told you. The young master's changed a lot. Feels like a mysterious master returning home." Han Yi watched Wu Cheng's back, smiling warmly. "And he's on our side. A true boon for the guild." Han Yi led Wu Cheng inside. At a closed room, he advised, "We've informed the patriarch of your return." "Good, thanks." Another figure approached, scratching his head, exclaiming, "Isn't that?" He slapped Wu Cheng's shoulder. "Li Saiyuan, the third young master of the Yin Sha Commerce Guild." With a scornful look, he sneered, "Is this Li Junyan, that lecherous good-for-nothing?" Wu Cheng stayed silent as he continued, "Your face looks like a different person." Saiyuan gripped his shoulder tightly. Glaring, Han Yi, recalling past incidents, worried, "Damn, he's about to get thrashed." Han Yi pulled Saiyuan's hand away. Awkwardly, brothers reuniting after so long must be thrilled, right? But he received a merciless slap. "Who are you to touch me?" Han Yi's cheek reddened. Wu Cheng watched silently. Saiyuan sneered, "Isn't that playboy trouble enough? Even the deputy captain scorns me?" Wu Cheng's eyes sharpened. "He needs a lesson to stop underestimating me." His hand grazed Saiyuan's face. Saiyuan snapped, "What now, brother?" With one punch, Wu Cheng distorted his face. Saiyuan spat blood, collapsing. Han Yi, stunned, couldn't believe his eyes. Saiyuan, shocked and cowed, stammered, "What's that?" Wu Cheng extended a hand. "Little brother, I was nervous coming back." His hand clamped hard on Saiyuan's shoulder, making him wince in pain. Saiyuan trembled under Wu Cheng's overwhelming pressure. "You lunatic." Wu Cheng gripped harder, his face terrifying, correcting, "Wrong, you call me big brother." The scene shifts to the next morning at the Yin Sha Commerce Guild. Someone emerged from a whispering crowd. "This is Li Hua Wen, the second young master of the Yin Sha Guild," said the steward. Looking ahead, he recognized his father's room and asked Han Yi, "What's all this commotion?" Han Yi replied, "Well, steward, the eldest young master and the third young master are having a dispute." Hua Wen thought, "Must be the third causing trouble for big brother again." Worried, he asked, "Why didn't you stop them?" "My brother." But as he entered, he saw Wu Cheng disciplining. Wu Cheng barked, "Saiyuan, quiet, we're right outside father's room." Saiyuan's face was scratched up by Wu Cheng. Turning, Wu Cheng wondered, "Is that Hua Wen?" Hua Wen was utterly baffled by the scene. Later, steaming tea was served. Sipping his cup, Hua Wen silently watched Wu Cheng stand beside Saiyuan, who was forced to kneel. Hua Wen spoke softly, "I heard you'd returned, brother." Wu Cheng remarked, "You look healthier than before, don't you?" Glancing at Hua Wen, he replied, "Yes, I'm fully recovered now." Hua Wen touched his bandaged hand. "You did this to our third brother?" Nervously, he added, "Not too bad. He's not scared yet." Wu Cheng raised his hand, delivering a sharp slap to Saiyuan's swollen face. Like a true demon, he made even Hua Wen tremble. He roared, "You shouldn't draw a sword against your elder brother unless you want punishment." "Got it?" Saiyuan mumbled, "I understand." Wu Cheng pressed, "Fully understood?" "I fully understand." Poor Saiyuan, once defiant, now reduced to a wreck. Tears welling, Hua Wen thought, "Brother Junyan beat the third? He used to be so weak." Hua Wen gave a helpless smile. He's really got Saiyuan scared now. Before, he only dodged Saiyuan's blows. He asked, "Junyan, what happened at that clinic? You seem like a different person." Wu Cheng replied, "Oh, you got a keen eye." Suddenly, Wu Cheng noticed something and opened it. "What's this?" Hua Wen explained, "That's the list of workers I need for tomorrow's guild meeting." Scanning it, Wu Cheng thought, "A worker list." He smirked slightly. "I wanted to find who ordered that physician to harm me. But maybe it's unnecessary now. You've introduced everyone, from the deputy guard captain to the gatekeepers." He darkly recalled Yang Hu's name. It was him. Setting the list down, Wu Cheng eyed Hua Wen and Saiyuan coldly. "If either of you is tied to Yang Hu, tell me now." Both froze at his words. Hua Wen spoke softly, Brother, I'm worried. You really think that's possible? Saiyuan chimed in. Yeah, that's absurd. Saiyuan, enraged, protested. I'd die before seeing another family member take our business. Brother. Exactly. The Yin Sha Guild is a priceless legacy father built. Brother. Wu Cheng smiled. Pleased. Glad to hear that. No need to deal with you two then. Standing abruptly, he asked, will all the guild's leaders attend tomorrow's meeting? Yes. He instructed. Understood. In that case, I'll attend too. Wu Cheng dashed out, leaving them sweating. Hua Wen asked, where's he going? To see father. Hua Wen, stunned, muttered, what happened at that clinic? As Wu Cheng left, Saiyuan grumbled, I should have gone to Mount Hua. I'd be stronger than him. In another room, a voice spoke, it's me. Come in. Wu Cheng entered where his father resided. Chanyin's father, Li Songmin, was the Yin Sha Guild's leader. He asked, Junyan, is that you? Songmin wondered, what's the noise outside? Wu Cheng dodged. Nothing, father. Sitting, he said, I heard you're unwell due to guild stress? Yes, I've always been stressed, but this old body can't take it anymore. Raising a frail hand, he added, you've changed a lot, for the better. Touching Wu Cheng's face, he asked, your face is different. Are you really Junyan? Songmin smiled warmly. I'm glad you're healthy. Wu Cheng replied, yes. Inwardly, he puzzled. Strange. Recalling his own past, Wu Cheng grew up without parents. Unsure of a father's presence. He watched his father leave in a rainy night. But in Chanyin's memories, his father was truly great and noble. Songmin had gripped Chanyin's hand tightly. Worlds apart from Wu Cheng's father. Holding Songmin's hand, Wu Cheng wondered, when did he become so old and small in my eyes? He spoke, Father, don't worry. Rubbing his hand, he soothed, we just need to remove what's stressing you. Songmin blinked at the words. Wu Cheng continued, I'll handle it, so don't fret. He grinned savagely. It's nothing, father. Don't worry, I'll manage. Songmin's heart skipped, nearly reincarnating. Why's he smiling like that? It's terrifying. The next day, the Yin Sha Guild's conference was packed. The man Wu Cheng targeted was there, Ouyang Hu, captain of the guild's guards. A subordinate whispered, Captain, isn't that the eldest, Li Junyan? Wu Cheng sat, arms crossed, face stern, staring distantly. Ouyang Hu wondered, what's he doing here? Sneering, he mocked, probably worried about his guild position. Hua Wen spoke, any other opinions? If not, I'll move on. A hand shot up. I have. Ouyang Hu grinned slyly. I hear the eldest young master lacks a guard. I have someone to recommend. Anger flared. Someone crushed a teacup. Half the guild was already Ouyang's, didn't he know when to stop? A force struck, shattering the teacup. What, did I say something wrong? The young man stared at the broken cup. Terrified, Ouyang Hu smirked. Sorry, my hand slipped. No one dared speak. He boasted. Any objections to my proposal? Silence. Finally, the protagonist spoke. Oh, he declared firmly. I have a complaint. Wu Cheng strode toward him. I'd like to propose something. Pointing at Ouyang Hu's smug face. I propose expelling guard captain Ouyang Hu. The room gasped. What? Ouyang's guards scoffed. Quite a joke. Sir, don't you know how much our captain cares for the guild's security? Wu Cheng eyed Ouyang Hu's laughter. He frowned, furious. You want to fire me? Smugly, he said. You must have forgotten. Bedridden so long. That's not your call. Wu Cheng smirked. Oh, need my king's fist to make you scared? A massive shockwave erupted from Wu Cheng's terrifying punch. Rubble scattering. He laughed. Just wanted to spook you a bit. Ouyang Hu, face purple, gaped. Wu Cheng said, you forgot. Without me here, your strength gave you delusions. Huh? Resolute, he declared. This Yin Sha Guild is mine. Understand? A few minutes earlier, Hua Wen hurriedly followed Wu Cheng. Flustered. Brother, expelling Ouyang Hu? Is that why you're attending the guild meeting? The Ouyang family's grip on the guild is deep. Kicking him out won't be easy. Wu Cheng stopped abruptly, turning to Hua Wen. Do you know what happens when a warrior is underestimated by their enemy? Grinning, he pointed to his face. The overconfident one dies. Hua Wen's gaze dropped. Wu Cheng continued. Take a good look at the guild's situation. He pressed. Do you want to see our guild stolen by him? Hua Wen realized. He's right. When did the Ouyang family start overpowering the guild? Wu Cheng placed a hand on his shoulder. But I'm here now. You don't need to overthink. Smiling brightly, he added, I'll handle everything. Hua Wen could only muster a forced smile. Thinking, he'll handle everything? Back to the present, Hua Wen was in a panic. What now? I hope brother stays safe. A large section of the floor lay shattered from Wu Cheng's punch. Ouyang Hu's lackeys rushed forward. Young Master Junyan. What's the meaning of this? Ouyang Hu, sweating, thought. Is he insane to challenge me? Seems he's had enough. Han Yi dashed in, shouting. How dare you draw swords against the eldest young master? Stand down. Others raised their swords to protect Wu Cheng. But Han Yi froze when Wu Cheng spoke. You all. Wu Cheng sighed, exasperated. Such disrespect toward me. Addressing the crowd, he said, drawing swords against the one paying your wages? He laughed. You must not want to live. I wanted to spare him a path to survive. And I even feel a bit sorry for you. Ouyang Hu scoffed. Sorry for me? Wu Cheng raised an eyebrow. For ruining your plan to seize the guild. Remember the past? You thought sending that physician to harm me would suffice? You incited conflict between my brothers. Thinking you could exploit the chaos to take control. As father weakened, you'd sway more servants to your side. He continued. You treated everyone like puppets to manipulate. Did you think such petty schemes could fully claim the Yin Sha Guild? Ouyang Hu, far from ashamed, laughed loudly. Wu Cheng stepped closer, placing a hand on Ouyang Hu's shoulder. He whispered chillingly. Let me tell you. That physician is dead. Ouyang Hu's face paled in horror. Wu Cheng's gaze was resolute. Your plot ends here. Still disbelieving, Ouyang Hu stammered. The physician, dead? Wu Cheng coldly replied, don't be sad. One punch, and he died by my hand. Turning away, he added, to control this guild, you'd need a better scheme. But it's too late now. Ouyang Hu. You. Ouyang Hu roared, unleashing demonic energy. Wu Cheng glanced back. Just what I wanted. Ouyang Hu leapt. You're dead. But could anything stop Wu Cheng's fist? Their powers clashed head-on. Spectators shielded their faces from the massive shockwave. Ouyang Hu frowned. Lightning technique? How does he know martial arts? He retreated, leaping back. His lackeys were equally stunned. The young master has martial skills? He blocked Ouyang's sword. Wu Cheng scratched his head, chuckling. You're a bit hot-headed. His face lit up with excitement. No matter. This'll be our fight. Ouyang Hu gritted his teeth. This arrogant bastard will pay for underestimating me. He shouted. All Ouyang guards. Bear witness. The eldest young master and I will have a formal duel. Sneering, he asked. Does that suit you? Wu Cheng assumed a fighting stance. Fists radiating power. Raising them, he declared. A fight to the death suits me better. Ouyang Hu drew his sword. I didn't expect your martial skills to advance so quickly. You must have had some fortunate encounter. He darted aside but lunged at Wu Cheng. To face me. You'll need more life and death experience. Wu Cheng easily dodged a slash. Experience? Ouyang Hu froze, surprised. Wu Cheng had gathered power behind his fist. You think you have more life and death experience than me? A punch slammed into Ouyang Hu's stomach. This fist will make you understand. The force sent him flying dozens of kilometers. Blood spraying as he wondered. How is he so strong? Wu Cheng's expression didn't waver. Let me show you the gap between us. Using lightweight transfer technique, he appeared before Ouyang Hu instantly. He threw a punch, but Ouyang blocked it with his sword. Landing, Ouyang Hu struggled against Wu Cheng's relentless punches. Barely dodging, sweating, he thought. Something's wrong. Observing Wu Cheng, he realized. This isn't a martial novice. It's like another person shines through Junyan. I feel like I'm facing a grandmaster. Ouyang Hu gripped his sword tightly. Impossible. His lackeys thought he'd deliver a finishing blow. Raising his sword, Ouyang Hu used triple sword form. I won't lose to you. His face burned with rage. Die. But how could he match Wu Cheng? Moving at lightning speed, Wu Cheng appeared beneath him. Ouyang Hu's eyes widened, stunned. When did he move there? Wu Cheng coldly threw a punch. Goodbye. His fist smashed Ouyang Hu's smug face, sending him crashing through a wall. Spectators gaped in shock. Saiyuan stood, mouth agape. Even Songmin, resting nearby, noticed the commotion. His physician, serving tea, panicked. Guild master, what did you say? Songmin touched his hand. My son. Looking over, he said, it seems he's learned martial arts. Ouyang Hu, defeated, lay bleeding and motionless under Wu Cheng's cold stare. Ouyang's lackeys, frantic, lifted him but glared at Wu Cheng. Wu Cheng declared, anyone else want to die? Step up. One fell silent. Another spoke. The young master's duel with the captain was fair. I'll testify to that. He clasped his hands, however. If the Ouyang family insists on revenge through duels, the Yin Sha Guild will have no choice but to face them. The crowd was stunned. Wu Cheng calmly said, fine. I never expected to avoid grudges. His gaze hardened. If someone shows me kindness, I repay it. If someone bears a grudge, I'll return it in full. He instructed, if anyone dislikes my methods, take it up with me, not the Yin Sha Guild. Hua Wen worried, brother, that's too dangerous. Wu Cheng replied, my word is final. I said the Yin Sha Guild belongs to our family. He recalled his frail father. The guards risking their lives. The maids joyfully preparing his meals. This is our home. There's no place for scum like you. His face dripped with contempt. Got it? Now get out. You're expelled. The crowd cheered at his words. Ouyang's lackeys, defiant, slunk away. Yin Sha Guild. You'll remember this. In the end, Wu Cheng stood alone before the crowd. Renxia, trembling with joy, wanted to celebrate but was hushed. Hooray. The young master really won. The critic snapped, idiot. Don't cheer yet. We guards should be ashamed for just watching. Wu Cheng called. Hua Wen. Second brother. Yes. He raised a finger. Get me some medicinal herbs. The crowd laughed heartily. I said I'd take responsibility for the guild. So I deserve some support, right? Hua Wen replied cheerfully. Yes. For you, brother. I'll get the best tonics. Buying herbs. Hiring new guards. You'll be busy. Wu Cheng remembered. For the guards, I already have some names in mind. Under the sunset. Elsewhere, a scarred young man sat with two burly figures. He smirked. You sure? That Li Junyan? A few days earlier, on his first day joining the guild, Wu Cheng was following Han Yi somewhere. Suddenly, he noticed something and asked, Deputy Captain, by the way, have you eaten yet? Han Yi, puzzled, replied, Me? Not yet. I've been working since early morning. Wu Cheng let out an, oh, confusing Han Yi. His face darkened, as if plotting something. Is that so? Glancing down at some giggling men, he thought. Some work so hard they forget to eat, while others waste time fooling around during work hours. In a fit of anger, he smashed a wall railing. Living lavishly off others' money like that, they need to be cleaned out. Letting the debris fall, he stared at his hand, thinking, the issue is finding replacements for that position. Then, he declared, well, I've got those guys already. That night, a house glowed with light. Drunken revelers were gathered, some gambling, others smoking. Two at a table whispered, wait, aren't those the dimwits? Dimwits? Wu Cheng had arrived. He scanned the room. The murmurs continued. Look, the Yin Sha Guild's eldest young master? It's really him. Thought he was gone for good. But here he is. How much is he tossing in this time? This'll be a riot. A sealed room was guarded by a fat man outside. He tensed as Wu Cheng approached. Then grinned. Eldest young master. Long time no see. Feeling generous again? How much you sponsoring tonight? Stay back. Pig grease is hard to wash off. He froze when Wu Cheng replied. What grease? Coldly. Wu Cheng opened the door and stepped in, enraging the man. That bastard. Inside, Wu Cheng faced a scarred man and three burly figures. Likely the ones mentioned earlier. The scarred man, eating, feigned surprise. You're here already? Wu Cheng stared coldly. This was Du Minghu, known as Iron Tiger Li Tai. Du Minghu remarked, you look healthier than before. Rest did you well, huh? The twin brothers, Lu Chenbao and Lu Mingbao, spoke up. Brothers here? Been a while. Minghu bellowed. God damn, you two are cold as ice. Our brother was sick, recovering for ages, and now he's back. Long time no see, say something. One replied, didn't know, my bad, gotta say it, he's no commoner, he's our friend. Be careful. While they were distracted, Wu Cheng reached the table. He thought, friends, huh? In truth, Iron Tiger Li Zhang and Li Junyan were childhood friends. Yet, images flashed of Zhang beating Junyan for money. Their bond was one-sided, violent, laced with debts, but still called friendship. Wu Cheng stared sternly. Minghu pointed to the gold coins on the table. Back after so long, let's have fun. Bet your hands are itching from all that rest, right? Shamelessly. He grinned. The one itching to fleece is me. With the Yin Sha Guild's young master back, I'll throw a grand feast. Minghu frowned, confused. Why so quiet? Wu Cheng closed his eyes. I'm thinking. Minghu asked. About what? A glint of killing intent crossed his face. Whether to kill or not. He calculated. It's not Minghu I need, but the Bao twins following him. Under him, they're likely just doing petty thug work. Letting them serve Iron Tiger like this is a waste. Then, Wu Cheng declared, I've decided. Minghu snapped. Hey, you ignoring me? Wu Cheng forced a smile. Raising a hand. First, hand over the safe key. They stared, baffled. Minghu played dumb. Safe key? What nonsense is this? You that desperate for money? Wu Cheng sighed. Today, I'm just taking money. He spread his fingers, counting. Let's see, I've shelled out thousands of taels. Tens of thousands in silver. Interest, scams, medical fees from your beatings. He glanced up. About 100,000 taels sounds fair. Minghu, incredulous, stifled a laugh, then cackled. Our Junyan learned math while sick? What do you think? Slamming the table, he stood. Crazy bastard. Pointing behind, he said, that safe holds more than 100,000 taels, gold, silver, jewels. Stepping closer, unaware of his fate, he sneered, but not a single coin is yours. Minghu laughed. Need cash? Beg for a loan. Why demand the safe key? Wu Cheng closed his eyes. Silent. Minghu's smile faded. Enraged. This guy keeps ignoring me? He roared, flapping your mouth. Thinking I'd pity your illness. But you show up demanding the safe key and won't even answer me. Wake up, you bastard. I'm Iron Tiger. Or did you forget? Furious, Minghu flinched as Wu Cheng placed a hand on his face. He swatted it away. Li Junyan. You sick in the head? Done living? Storming off, he pointed at Wu Cheng. Ordering the twins. What? Mouths glued shut? Make this guy kneel. Beat him till he snaps out of it. Yes, sir. One twin stepped forward, pushing Wu Cheng down, unaware he was facing a viper. Wu Cheng warned softly. What a shame. The youth hesitated. Wu Cheng gripped his hand. I was generous enough. Lifting him under Minghu's shocked gaze. Wu Cheng hurled him meters away. Crashing outside. The other twin, fearless, charged. Wu Cheng dodged effortlessly, braced his hands on the table, and kicked. Congrats, brother. You've earned a broken leg. The twin collapsed, grimacing in pain. Wu Cheng turned to Minghu, sighing. This is odd. The first twin struggled up. Both, despite broken limbs, stood defiantly. Wu Cheng was equally surprised, both with broken arms and legs. Yet still itching for a fight. Not scared at all. Grinning, he said, loyal lackeys. Huh. They rushed him again. He dodged easily. That's fine by me. Vanishing from their sight, he left them stunned. Where'd he go? Right behind you, kids. Wu Cheng grabbed their ostrich eggs. Sneering, he said, what a waste keeping you two here. A headbutt followed, and they crumpled. Wu Cheng ordered, sit still. I won't be lenient twice. Having dealt with the twins, he stretched his hand, standing before Minghu, pale and terrified. Minghu cursed. Damn it. Wu Cheng smiled kindly. Just you left. My friend Iron Tiger, right?
Manhwa gritted his teeth, enduring the pain, slowly reaching back with his hand, his voice dripping with resentment and fury. Damn it. If I hadn't been stuck learning math while recovering instead of practicing martial arts, at least someone could have told me. Wu Cheng furrowed his brow, staring at him, his tone laced with disappointment and anger. Manhwa, how could a clever guy like you do something so stupid? At that moment, Manhwa tried to distract him, one hand slipping out a sharp dagger, ready to lunge, his heart pounding with anxiety and despair. Seeing Wu Cheng step closer, he couldn't hesitate anymore. He leaped forward, gripping the dagger tightly, his trembling voice pleading. Can't we just talk this out? Damn it. His clenched hand shook as he tried to calm himself, but fear surged, and he thought to himself, what the hell am I so afraid of? I'm Tai Minhao. He reminded himself he was just Li Zhonyan's lackey, and striking first would be idiotic. Without hesitation, he charged forward, screaming like a madman, his heart burning with rage. Striking last and winning is the real deal. You damn fool. Before he could even touch Wu Cheng, something flew at his face. What the hell is that? Wu Cheng didn't let him get close, delivering a swift kick that sent Minhao crashing back in agony. The physical pain tearing through him like it was ripping his heart apart, filled with humiliation and helplessness. Wu Cheng wasn't done with him. He poured all his strength into his raised arm, his eyes blazing with murderous intent, the ground cracking and debris flying. He swung hard toward Minhao but softened at the last moment, gently placing his hand on Minhao's head instead. His voice echoed with mockery and warning. Counterattack guarantees victory, huh? With that, he smirked contemptuously at the fool, making Minhao feel the searing humiliation burning his soul. Then, a massive surge of spiritual energy, like bolts of lightning, shot into Minhao's head. All that remained were his pained, wretched screams, the agony spreading through his body like hellfire, forcing him to confront his weakness and mistakes in the harshest way. A fat onlooker guarding outside couldn't believe what was happening. Too terrified to look, he turned away, covering his eyes, his voice trembling with horror. My God, someone's definitely getting their bones broken today. Minhao's face was now smeared with dirt, looking like a beggar, trembling as drool dripped, enduring not just physical pain but the collapse of his pride. After a while, when he stopped resisting, Wu Cheng finally let go. Minhao, drained of all strength and life, collapsed motionless on the ground, a hollow thud echoing through the despair-filled room. Wu Cheng stepped closer, squatting down, his voice heavy with disappointment. Hey, wake up. Minhao lay there, his body shaking, muttering incoherently, refusing to give in. He propped himself up with his hands, struggling to stand, determined to get up, but his body wouldn't comply. Racked with pain, he forced a strange smile and said, I'm awake. What's that? Wu Cheng's eyes burned with anger and hatred. Minhao thought to himself, what the hell did this guy do while recovering? Said he was healing, but trained instead? Is he out for revenge? It doesn't have to be this extreme, does it? Damn it, he's definitely after me. After a moment, he regained his composure, his body recovering, and burst into a loud, bitter laugh like a lunatic, filled with resentment. Suddenly, he switched to a sly, flattering tone. Brother, besides the key, is there anything else you want? Just say the word. Wu Cheng looked puzzled. What? You want something else? Minhao raised his hand, forcing a smile, his tone persuasive. Yeah, anything you want. Sure, you roughed me up a bit, but haven't we been friends since we were kids? That's a special bond. Wu Cheng nodded, seeing the logic. All right, because we're friends. Hearing this, Minhao's face lit up with satisfaction, as if plotting something sinister. He grinned. Exactly, that's what good friends do. You've come around, that's great. Clinging to Wu Cheng, he whined. Little bro, you still mad at me? From now on, I swear I won't hit you or extort your money. Wu Cheng, feeling uneasy, growled, let go. You're making me sick. Minhao laughed cheerfully, clasping his hands. We're more than friends, right? We're brothers. With that, he stood up, barking orders. Get those two idiots out here to greet me. From now on, they'll respectfully call me Big Brother and celebrate my transformation. The twin brothers looked confused. Big Brother? What? Congratulations on becoming stronger, Big Brother. Minhao flashed a sinister smile, hiding his dirty schemes. He thought to himself, friends, brothers? Call someone a friend, and they'll wag their tail like a puppy. What a fool. He planned to escape this mess, grab the treasure, and disappear. As long as we're together, settling down and living well will be easy, right? Wu Cheng, frowning, called out, Min Bao In Bao. The twins responded, yes, Big Brother. If we're sworn brothers, we're brothers for life. Are you ready for that? The twins hesitated, glancing at Minhao for orders, unsure what to say. Minhao stammered. Why are you looking at me? We're brothers now, so why were you just standing there? The twins bowed, obeying. Yes, from now on, we'll respectfully call you Big Brother. Minhao, pretending to be humble, forced a smile. That's more like it. Wu Qing's voice deepened. Good. Now, as brothers, shouldn't we choose a leader? You two wait outside. We'll discuss internally and let you know. Minhao, lost in his scheming thoughts, smiled silently. Suddenly, Huang Hun returned, looking confused and annoyed. What? Hold on. The twins obeyed without delay, stepping outside, glancing back as they left. Now, only the two remained in the eerie, silent room, the air heavy with tension and suspicion. Minhao, with an innocent look and flushed cheeks, asked, What are you hesitating for? Isn't this what you've been after all along? Wu Cheng raised his hand, forcing a smile. Make your choice. Isn't it all about money? He glanced at Minhao's hand. All this time, you've been using those naive kids as your pawns. How could you act like that? Wu Cheng clenched his fist. From now on, I'll teach them properly and take care of them. Minhao didn't dare argue or speak, just stood there, forcing a smile, filled with fear and helplessness. Lowering his eyes, he sighed. Take all the money, then. Suddenly, he clutched his face, wailing. You beat me up the moment we meet, and now you want to steal my brothers too? Why don't you just tell me to die? Go ahead and kill me. Wu Cheng tilted his head, annoyed. You want me to kill you? Without another word, he delivered a kick straight to Minhao's jaw, sending him flying in pain. His voice thundered with rage. Fine then. Minhao's face darkened, bruised and bloodied, the pain cutting like a knife, revealing the cruelty of fate. Wu Cheng's eyes narrowed coldly. You've worked hard, friend. A barrage of punches followed, each one a harsh lesson in loyalty and brotherhood, distorting Minhao's face as blood sprayed. Minhao could only take the blows, stammering. This is it. I'm really done for. Wu Cheng's face darkened, his glowing eyes radiating killing intent. Grabbing Minhao's collar, Wu Cheng yanked him back. Minhao, in agony, tilted backward, fear crashing over him like a tidal wave, certain death was near. Wu Cheng raised his fist, snarling. Didn't hear you clearly. Minhao screamed. I'll give you the damn key, just spare me. Wu Cheng smirked. Is that how you beg for mercy? Minhao, sensing death closing in, muttered. Fine, I'll use respectful words with my friend. A gust of wind shot past his hand, leaving him bewildered. What the hell was that? Wu Cheng hurled him like a toy, crashing through the door where the twins stood. The twins saw their big brother fly out like a bird, shouting, Big brother! Minhao, big brother! Wu Cheng dusted off his hands, his murderous gaze flickering. Humph, pathetic. This guy's lost it. Minhao lay there, eyes bloodshot, motionless like a dying chicken. The twins rushed over, asking, Big brother, did you really lose? You actually lost. Wu Cheng approached, and Minhao, still on the ground, muttered, Yeah, I lost. From now on, treat Zhen Yin as your big brother and respect him. His face was lifeless, his mind cursing. Damn it. This humiliation makes me want to cry. It's like a knife to the heart. He thought, fine, they can leave this filthy gambling den for a better place, like the merchant caravan. But they've only ever followed me, so there's some loyalty there. Closing his eyes, tears welled up as the twins' voices echoed. We understand. We owe you so much. Minhao lifted his head, scanning his surroundings, his mind racing with silent thoughts. Clutching his aching body, he cursed, Damn these heartless bastards. Furious, he stormed upstairs, recalling his ancestors' wisdom. Never raise two-legged beasts with hair. They were right. As people noticed him, they whispered, Hey, isn't that Tai Minhao? Yeah, it's him. Where are his twin lackeys? Without them, we could take him down. Minhao, head down, muttered wearily, now that the twins are gone. Suddenly, he changed his mind, flashing a strange smile. Seeing the crowd closing in, he sneered at the rabid dogs, shouting, I'm the lone wolf here. Stop your nonsense. Want to fight? Come at me if you're so confident. Seeing his battered face still defiant, the crowd gritted their teeth in anger. This half-dead loudmouth. Kill him. Weapons drawn, they charged. Minhao's trembling hand rose, gripping tightly. Damn it. I'm really done for this time. Can't you go easy? Damn you, Li Zhenyan. Before he could react, a hand shot toward his face. A massive explosion scattered the attackers into pieces, debris flying. Manhwa sighed weakly, standing frozen, a voice echoing in his ears. They wouldn't even look me in the eye before, but the moment I'm weak, they pounce. Wu Cheng stepped closer, hands clasped, voice low. Want to kill me? Come when I'm at my peak, you shameless fools. Manhwa glanced up at the cowards, confused, saying nothing. Wu Cheng pointed, commanding, pick up anything useful. Manhwa frowned, annoyed. These wild dogs acting tough are so irritating. Ignoring them, he clutched his aching body and walked away from this filthy world. The twins stood frozen for 3 seconds, staring at his retreating figure, confused. Outside, the scene was poetic, sunlight casting a serene glow. Wu Cheng and the twins stepped out, the twins carrying a box. Big brother Xinyan, one asked in a low voice. What now? Manhwa muttered. Thanks for sparing me. Wu Cheng glanced at him, slightly surprised. The twins bowed, saying, Thank you for sparing us. They headed toward the door. Wu Cheng stood still, lost in thought. Watching Manhwa's back, he thought, anyone who's been to this gambling den would wonder why the twins followed Time Manhwa so loyally. Some say they were sold here as slaves, others say they feared him. I used to think that too, but it's not true. They weren't slaves, nor did they follow out of fear. Closing his eyes, Wu Cheng mused, even if I lived again, understanding people's hearts would still be hard. Suddenly, a figure in a yellow robe appeared, hiding behind a pillar, observing their every move. Confused and suspicious, he tilted his head, thinking, is that really Li Zhenyan? Amid the Xia merchant caravan, Si Yan's voice rang out, thick with irritation, as if he were unloading all the pent-up anger boiling inside him. He stomped along the dusty dirt path, each step heavy with frustration. Ever since Li Zhenyan returned, the caravan had been turned upside down, not a single day of peace left. Thinking back to when Zhenyan casually strolled in, tossing a pile of silver to everyone with a nonchalant, take it and use it, Si Yan's blood boiled, his teeth grinding, his heart brimming with resentment. Just the day before, Zhenyan had dragged back a heap of gleaming silver from Xiaopa, and to top it off, he brought along 2 burly, menacing-looking guys who were anything but pleasant to look at. Si Yan muttered under his breath, what a show-off, flaunting like that. Suddenly, a strange noise from behind made him whip around, eyes wide. What the hell was that, he wondered. What's that cart? The clattering of a horse-drawn carriage grew louder, pulling up with Rin Xie, loaded with precious spiritual herbs, their wooden crates glinting under the midday sun. Hua Yin carefully directed the workers, his tone serious. Move the cart over there, and be careful, there are important items inside. Xiang Yin rushed over, eyes sparkling with excitement, asking, Second young master. No, brother Hua Yin, what's all this? He stared at the pile of herbs, exclaiming, Whoa, there's even 100-year-old he show Wu that people line up at dawn to buy. Hua Yin started to explain. But Sheng Min's voice cut in, low and commanding. I ordered them prepared. Both boys gasped as they saw him, supported by Han Yi. Father, Hua Yin hurried over, worried. Father, you shouldn't be out yet. Your body hasn't fully recovered. Sheng Min spoke softly. It's fine, I'm much better now. Si Yin looked at him, eyes gleaming with curiosity and eagerness. Father, what are you planning with all these herbs? In his heart, he hoped. Zhenyan said to buy just 1 pill. So why did you get this much? Is there some for me? Sheng Min nodded, his voice calm, freezing Si Yin in place. It's all for your elder brother. Si Yin pointed at the herbs, shouting, Big brother? All of this? Sheng Min nodded. Yes. Can a single pill change our fate? Compared to what we've invested in the Jiuyang clan and Shaoshan sect, this is nothing. He continued, his voice heavy with concern. I've sent letters to the branch leaders, old friends, and respected merchants. They say to overcome the caravan's crisis, we need a large stock of high-quality herbs. Sheng Min lowered his head, sighing. If our Xia merchant caravan collapses, they'll be affected too, so they'll take it seriously. Appointing Guyang Ho as the guard captain was my mistake, so I must make amends like this. Han Yi clenched his fist, cheering excitedly. What a wise decision. The eldest young master will surely become an outstanding martial artist. Hua Yin nodded in agreement. Exactly, Big Brother is truly amazing. Han Yi humbly said, Thank you, Deputy Leader. Please keep an eye out. He chuckled. Yes, leave it to me. Si Yan's face paled, his voice trembling as he tried to object, but Sheng Min smiled faintly. Good, it's a rare opportunity. He gazed into the distance. It's time to spend all the wealth I've accumulated in my life. Xiang Yin stood stunned, feeling left out, the midday sun burning as fiercely as the resentment in his heart. Si Yin gripped his wooden sword, practicing in the courtyard, his heart full of frustration. Pointing at himself, he yelled, Father, what about me? Where's my share of the herbs? Shengmin glanced at his demanding expression, asking softly, Do you need them that badly? The question left Si Yin speechless, mouth agape. He stabbed his sword into a wooden post, venting, muttering, Everywhere it's Li Zhanyan, Li Zhanyan. Clutching his head, tears welling, he cried, No one's buying me herbs? Am I being treated unfairly? Damn it. Sobbing, he thought, What kind of luck did that Li Zhanyan stumble into? Suddenly, hurried footsteps startled him. Who's making that racket? It was Zhen Yan, dragging a massive boulder, charging forward like a gust of wind. Si Yin stumbled, yelling, Whoa. Zhen Yan said calmly, Just taking a walk, move aside. Si Yin fell, staring after him, muttering, What? A walk, dragging a boulder that big. Zhen Yin sped past, dust swirling, sweat beading on his resolute face, breathing heavily. Si Yin watched him, eyes mixed with envy and admiration, grumbling. He's already lucky and still works so hard. Exhausted, he sprawled on the ground, clutching his wooden sword, sighing. As dusk painted the sky red, Si Yin was still alone in the courtyard, practicing and talking to himself. Suddenly, Guyang Ho swung his sword, and Si Yin, irritated, countered, swoosh die. He practiced, imagining, back then, that bastard closed the distance instantly, striking straight at the jaw. He paused, lost in thought, when Zhen Yan's voice suddenly rang out. Safe travels. The image of Zhen Yan's punch to his jaw flashed in his mind. Si Yin recalled flying into a wall after that hit, sighing. That guy's not the same anymore, damn it. Zhen Yin appeared out of nowhere, his voice low. What bastard? Si Yin jumped, screaming, crouching down. You jerk. I mean, why are you here? What about your walk? Zhen Yin ignored him, handing over a wooden sword. It's over. If you're going to practice, do it properly. That last move of Guyang Ho's, you mimicked it pretty well. Si Yin blushed, embarrassed, taking the sword. What? You were watching me the whole time. He struggled to his feet, gripping the sword tightly, thrusting it into the wooden dummy, thinking, that was pretty good. Zhen Yin commented. Yeah, Guyang Ho stabs like that too. Si Yan's attitude flipped, yelling, What's that supposed to mean? Zhen Yin raised his fist, and Si Yin instinctively blocked with his sword. Zhen Yin said calmly, A feint, broken. Si Yin sweated. What the hell? Zhen Yin leaped, delivering a powerful kick, adding, That guy only knows how to block, nothing else. Si Yin dodged in a panic. What's wrong with this maniac? Hold on, brother, can we just talk? He gripped his sword, charging at Zhen Yin, but froze, eyes wide. Zhen Yin came from behind, his voice low. Once someone loses the initiative and is cornered, they'll pull out their final trump card. A loud crash shook the courtyard. Dust swirled as Zhen Yan's fist stopped just under Si Yan's chin. Si Yin trembled, head tilted back, pale. I almost died just now. Zhen Yin pointed his sword at him, explaining, A thrust lacks the precision of a slash. Guyang Ho's triple flower sword is a one-hit kill move, so he has to be extremely careful when using it. He spoke evenly. If I'd acted faster in that moment, the outcome was already decided. Si Yin, teary-eyed, nodded. He's right. Zhen Yin looked at him, thinking, in my past life, facing someone like Guyang Ho, I wouldn't have even given him time to draw his sword. He sighed, but my current body, compared to when I was the Fist King, isn't even half as strong. Gripping the sword hilt tightly, he thought, I must become far stronger than before, beyond comparison. A maid's voice called, Young master, there are guests. Zhen Yin replied, Got it. I'll be right there. Before leaving, He flicked Si Yan's forehead. Si Yan clutched his head, yelling, "Ow, why'd you hit me?" Jin Yan waved, deadpan. "Oh, because you're useless." From a distance, grumbling voices rose. "Stop talking nonsense. Does that Jun Yan know martial arts? That womanizer knows how to fight." Xiao Xiong turned, growling. "I saw it with my own eyes." He recalled, "The other day, I was drunk, passing by Tai Min whose gambling den, and saw Zhang Yin tell the twin guards, 'Load it all on the cart? Good. Head to the Xia merchant caravan now.'" Xiao Xiong stood stunned, muttering, "Wasn't that Jin Yin?" Song Liang shrugged. "So what?" Xiao Xiong scratched his head, embarrassed. "But after I threw up and looked again, he was gone." Ma Ke chimed in. "Enough. Aren't you here to confirm it?" He shouted. "Bring out your eldest young master's cart." Ma Ke flung the door open, grinning. "Still look like he used to?" Jin Yin and the twin guards stared coldly at them. The air grew awkwardly silent. Ma Ke slammed the door shut, panicking, asking the maid, "Is that really your young master? Not some new adopted heir of the caravan leader? And who are those bald thugs?" The maid, embarrassed, said, "That's our young master." Ma Ke sweated. "Did I drink too much last night and see wrong?" Xiao Xiong clutched his chest. "So what I saw was real. That frail look of Zhang Yin before was all an act." Song Liang trembled. "Is that really Li Zhang Yin, one of the 4 great kings of Yushang's stronghold?" Zhang Yin suddenly opened the door, startling all 3, who yelped in unison. Pointing to the twin guards, he told the maid, "Miao Xiang, take these 2 baldies to the public dining hall. They eat a lot, use big bowls." Miao Xiang bowed. "Yes, young master." She gestured, "This way, please." Jin Yan's voice made the 3 tremble. He growled, beckoning, "And you lot? Not coming in. What are you standing there for?" All 3 sweated, silently pleading for help, their eyes filled with fear. "Save us." Self-proclaimed as the 4 heavenly kings, they gathered with grandiose titles. Sima Ku, a candidate for the martial alliance. Zhu Ziliang, a scholar plagued by irritable bowel syndrome. Xiao Xiong, the youngest son of the Shifeng escort agency. And finally, Li Zhanyin, the notorious young master of the Xia merchant caravan. A band of reckless playboys, they formed a chaotic, troublemaking crew. They showed up upon hearing that their foolish friend Zhang Yin had returned, casting a heavy, awkward atmosphere over the dining table. No one spoke. Only the clinking of bowls and chopsticks filled the silence. Jin Yin, caught between suspicion and pressure, thought to himself, more so-called friends, huh? He recalled their days of debauchery, booze, women, and fake camaraderie. There we're friends, aren't we? Ringing hollow and sending chills down his spine. In his memories, Zhang Yin vividly recalled this group. Every gathering meant liquor, women, and pointless antics. As he chewed his rice, he sized them up. What's this 4-men gang? A quadrilateral? Ma Ke broke the silence first, his tone falsely warm. Hey, Jin Yan heard you're back. Feeling all right? Zhang Yin nodded curtly. I'm fine. Ma Ke forced a smile, his eyes probing. Right, not just fine but bursting with energy, huh? Xiao Xiong rolled up his sleeves, voice thick with doubt. They saw you that day, was it really you? Hiding away, training in a temple every day? Ziliang frowned, pensive. That's not a realm you reach, just by training. Zhang Yin gripped his chopsticks, annoyed. Can't you see I'm eating? He stared at Ziliang, his gaze icy, radiating a faint, killing intent. Ziliang poured wine, pressing further. Rumor has it you defeated Gu Yongho. Who taught you? You didn't just figure it out on your own, did you? Zhang Yin replied politely. It was fate. Ma Ku, curious, asked. The kind of fated encounter the martial world talks about. He sipped his wine calmly, his tone sharp. Looks like luck finally found you. We thought you weren't Li Zhan Yin anymore. That Li Zhan Yin was dead. The words stunned the trio, the air freezing. Ma Ke forced a laugh to break the silence. So what's next? Got any plans? Jin Yan's voice was cold. Those demonic scoundrels. I have a debt to settle with my sect. I'll manage the caravan while preparing step by step. His tone grew colder. Besides getting stronger, I don't care about anything else. The table fell silent, heavy as an unripe durian. Xiao Xiong whispered to Ma Ku. What's wrong with this jerk? Did we get the wrong guy? Ma Ku, sweating, snapped. Why ask me, idiot? Ziliang, thoughtful, looked at them. Didn't you say you were recovering in a temple? Zhenyan smirked mockingly. Exiled, more like it. Your father must be disappointed. Ziliang, optimistic, said, It's not bad, though. You recovered and learned. Changed yourself. Zhenyan lowered his head, voice dripping with sarcasm. Changed, huh? He looked up, laughing. Sure, why not? He poured wine for Ziliang. To Zhenyan. Ziliang smiled. You've really changed. Zhenyan's eyes widened, surprised. Ma Ku and Qiu Xiong turned to them. Ma Ku chimed in. Yeah, changing this much is worth celebrating. Qiu Xiong leaned on the table. I knew it. Before this fool got sent to the temple, I said we should have kidnapped him, right? Ziliang teased. You were too drunk to stand that day. Qiu Xiong looked away, deflecting. What? I was just busy. Qiu Xiong changed the subject. Speaking of, that thing you handled counts as something. Zhenyan flinched. What? He smiled, thinking, so this Li Zhenyan had some decent friends after all. He poured wine for Ma Ku. Well then, Ma Ku looked at him, surprised. Zhenyan propped his chin. I've changed. What about you guys? The three fell silent, no one responding. Ziliang growled. No idea, you lunatic. Ma Ku laughed. We just keep living like this. If we changed easily, we wouldn't be us. Zhenyan, exasperated, said, Enough. The four raised their cups, continuing the meal. Ma Ku stared at his wine, thinking, all this time, I saw my reflection in the glass, thinking we were all frogs at the bottom of a well. Memories of their drunken, reckless days surfaced. Zhenyan clutched his head, paling, while the other three chuckled. Ma Ku couldn't believe it. Who'd have thought one of us would escape the well and see the wide world? The meal ended quickly. Ma Ku said, Today was fun. If you need help, call on our 4.5 men gang. He grabbed Gu Wu's hand. Keep training, don't get beaten to a pulp again. Ziliang patted his shoulder. Once more, congrats on changing, Zhenyan. He waved goodbye. Ziliang, Ma Ku, and Qiu Xiong turned and left. Qiu Xiong spoke, his voice low and melancholic. Among us, the most useless one was the first to grow up and return. Feels like our youth is over. Ziliang clutched his head. Suddenly feels lonely today. Let's head back. Ma Ku, surprised, asked, Where? The brothel? Ziliang shouted. Home, you jerk. Go study. He clarified. I've said it 1,000,000 times. I'm not bad at studying, just bad at tests. Qiu Xiong suggested. How about one more drink at Danxiang Tavern? At Danxiang Tavern, a man in red knelt before Qi Shang, reporting. Qi Shang slammed the table, furious. What? Guyang Ho is dead. He tried to stay calm. Is the eldest young master of the Xia merchant caravan that strong? The man in red nodded. Yes, he took down the captain in under 30 moves. The image of Guyang Ho collapsing flashed in his mind. The man in red held him, enraged. Master. His face turned to fear, recalling Zhun Yan's towering figure, brimming with killing intent. That's no ordinary realm. Qi Shang pressed. That's strong, huh? What about his weapon? The man in red lowered his head. He used fist techniques. Qi Shang stroked his beard, scoffing. A swordsman lost to a young fist master? What a disgrace. The man in red, cautious, asked, Are you planning to take revenge? Qi Shang snapped. It was a fair duel. How could I seek revenge? We're not bandits. The man in red, voice trembling, unwilling to accept it, said, But, he raised his voice. Even if it was a duel, he was our friend. The more he spoke, the angrier he got. To his shock, Qi Shang swung his sword, a swift slash across his throat. Blood splattered onto Tu Lan's dress, and she screamed, eyes shut in fear. Qi Shang said coldly, Who makes friends with a rotting corpse? He ordered, Clean it up. 2 soldiers saluted. Yes, sir. Tu Lan trembled, and Qi Shang placed a hand on her shoulder, soothing. Oh, Tu Lan, sorry, I didn't see you there. He sighed. Even the wine's lost its flavor. Let's go. Tu Lan nodded. Yes. Qi Shang recalled. The Xia merchant caravan refuses to pay our taxes and even killed Guyang Ho. His face darkened, voice low. How should I take this? A man with black hair probed. Do you want to kill him? Qi Shang, surprised, said what? He pondered. We can't just kill recklessly. We're not thugs. The man asked, So you'll let it slide? At that moment, Ziliang, Ma Ku, and Xiao Xiong walked in. Ziliang sighed. Seeing our friend change so much. And here we are, still stuck. Xiao Xiong laughed loudly. So what? The wine's not even good, so I'll just have 1 cup. Ma Ke said proudly. That's a big step toward maturity. Ziliang gave a wry smile. A sort of achievement. As the 2 groups passed, Qishang spoke up. I don't know about other matters. He smirked, but I'm very interested in the Yin Xiam merchant caravan's money. That old Li Xingmin is quite resourceful. Rumor has it his wealth exceeds what people know. He looked at Ziliang. Aren't you curious how much a young master of such a prestigious caravan is worth? Qishang's words sank deep into Ziliang's mind. Later, Ziliang recounted this to Zhang Yin, who said calmly, So you came back to me? Ziliang, panting, said, Yeah. Zhang Yin wiped his eyes, feigning emotion. In the middle of the night, you're making me tear up. Ziliang, furious, snapped. I thought they were about to storm in and grab someone. This isn't the time for jokes, you jerk. He gritted his teeth, anxious. Guyang Ho's dead, and your caravan has no decent guards now, right? What's the plan? Should I ask Qiu Xiong for help? Zheng Yin mused. Rinxia's Shaoxian sect? Weren't they colluding with the Guyang clan to stab me in the back, like Mu Rinshi said? His voice turned cold. Where are those bastards now? Ziliang guessed. Probably at their headquarters. Zheng Yin growled. Get inside. Ziliang, flustered, asked. Hey, where are you going? Zheng Yin tossed him a set of armor. Put it on. Ziliang looked around. What's this? Where are we? Zheng Yin replied. The guard team's armory. He urged. You know the way to the Shaoxian sect's headquarters, right? Hurry up, we've got breakfast to get back to. Ziliang shouted. The headquarters? No way. Just the 2 of us. He tried to reason. Hold on. It's just us 2 against their entire sect, and you don't even know what they're planning. Zheng Yin grabbed a spear. Don't know? That's why I'm going now. Ziliang panicked. No way. Zheng Yin cleared his throat. Hey, Martial Alliance candidate. He tossed the spear to Ziliang, saying coldly, lead the way. Ziliang caught it, bewildered. Cherry blossoms swayed in the breeze outside the Shaoxian sect's headquarters. Guards patrolled vigilantly. Zheng Yin observed. So many guards. No mistake, this is the place. Ziliang crouched in the bushes, clutching his head. You sure about this? I'm no help, you know that. Zheng Yin patted his shoulder. I know. You've done your part. Ziliang, surprised, asked, Really? Just leading the way. Zheng Yin said coldly. What else? Ziliang winced, trembling, but stood and followed. He asked, How do you plan to get into that sealed room? Got a good idea? Zheng Yin closed his eyes. Today. He kicked the door open, stepping inside, his voice low. I'll do it like I did in my past life. In Zheng Yin's memories, from childhood, Dan Wuqing never shied away from a fight. Whether facing Oshur the orphan or Ling Ba the fugitive, he always held firm to one truth. Even rising alone to the title of Fist King, Dan Wucheng was a man who lived for battle, his blood boiling with every life or death moment. Zheng Yin kicked the door of the Shaoxian sect's headquarters, shattering the wooden frame under his terrifying strength. All the soldiers turned to him, their eyes a mix of shock and terror. He flashed a battle-hungry grin. Dan Wucheng was always a man who lived for the fight. Zheng Yin's steps were calm, but commanding as he strode into the stunned crowd of soldiers. Pointing inside, his voice low and cold, he asked a nearby soldier, Where's your sect leader? The soldier gritted his teeth, furious. What the hell is this lunatic doing, barging in like that? Zheng Yin didn't waste words. He grabbed the man by the collar, hoisted him high, and growled, Don't make me ask twice. With that, he hurled the soldier to the ground, the impact echoing, making the others shudder. They drew their swords, surrounding him, shouting in rage. You bastard! Do you know where you are, pulling this stunt? From a higher floor, Qishang's voice rang out. What's with all the noise? Tu Lan, standing beside him, looked at the chaotic scene in fear, while Qishang remained calm. Who's that young man? Zheng Yin stood tall, his voice resounding. Assassin, are you the leader of the Shaoxian sect? Qishang replied casually. So what? He narrowed his eyes, observing. First time I've seen an assassin come through the front door? Who's this bastard? His gaze lingered on Zheng Yan's hands, a flicker of surprise crossing his face as he recalled the man in Red's words. No weapon? He uses fist techniques. Shang's voice carried from above. Hold on, aren't you the eldest young master of the Xia merchant caravan? Zhenyan laughed, not answering directly. If I am, so what? Why hide your face? Shang stroked his beard, smirking. Well, a highborn like you coming here in person? His tone shifted to anger. Then I won't hold back. With that, a massive net dropped from above. Zhenyan reacted like lightning, leaping to dodge it. The soldiers shouted in unison, "Grab him!" He glanced around. It's been a while since I faced so many at once. Memories of his past life flooded back. Since that time, this is the first. Zhenyan seized the net, spinning it once and wielding it as a weapon. He assessed carefully, my body's strength isn't what it was in my past life. I need to plan this. Swinging the net hard, soldiers screamed in pain, blood splattering on him. Zhenyan gave a faint smile. Not bad. He landed, slashing throats one by one, the air filled with agonized cries. Bodies littered the ground, swords snapped in half, the remaining soldiers pale and trembling. This bastard's a monster. Fighting like this without a weapon, what kind of beast is he? Suddenly, an arrow shot toward him, tearing through his mask. The cloth fell, revealing a bloodied mark on his cheek. He calmly wiped the wound, sneering, showing off some fancy weapon. Shang smirked. It's expensive, so I didn't want to use it. His voice grew sharp with killing intent. But since you're the young master, I'll make an exception. As Zhenyan's guard dropped, two soldiers grabbed his legs. Shang ordered, hold him tight. One soldier, nearly exhausted, muttered, this is gonna kill someone. Shang mocked. No matter how good you are at fighting. His men aimed their bows at Zhenyan on command. Fire. Arrows flew in unison. Zhenyan, unfazed, thought, shooting like that, not caring if your own men get hit? Even bandits wouldn't do this. Ziliang suddenly shouted, Zhenyan. He threw a small dagger. Catch. Zhenyan grabbed it, swinging a sharp arc that deflected all the arrows. Breaking free from the soldiers, he glared at Shang, his eyes like blades. Shang's face darkened. He blocked all the arrows with just a dagger? Ziliang, hiding behind the door, flinched as Zhenyan turned, giving him a thumbs up. Overjoyed, Ziliang returned the gesture. Zhenyan spun the dagger, gripping it tightly, then hurled it straight at Shang. The blade grazed his throat, making him cough in pain, his hand touching the wound. Zhenyan said coldly, I don't usually use blades. His voice grew harsher. But today, I'll make an exception for you. Shang gritted his teeth. You maniac. He turned, shouting at his men. What are you standing there for? Shoot, you idiots. Kill him. Zhenyan advanced, leaping toward Shang. Clenching his fist, he growled, fist techniques are my true strength. Shang cowardly hid behind Tulan. Zhenyan's punch, crackling with electric energy, struck down, shaking the entire building, dust and smoke filling the air. Tulan, unharmed, trembled as she looked around. Zhenyan had pulled her from Shang's grasp, saying gently, step back. Shang sat on the ground, shaking. What kind of man is this? He recalled the rumors. The young master of the Xia merchant caravan is young, but this presence, it's like a battle-hardened general. Zhenyan glared, his voice a hiss. What are you staring at? Got something to say, fool. Shang stammered. Young master, wait. I've amassed quite a fortune. He pleaded desperately. Spare me, and I'll reward you generously. No hesitation. Zhenyan ignored him, kicking him to the ground. He bent down, picking up a few coins, mocking. Oh, sect leader, why do you always trade lives for money? He clenched the coins, grinding his teeth. I don't need your money. Keep it for yourself. Zhenyan grabbed Shang's hair, slamming his head into the ground. Tulan watched, stunned, eyes wide. Ziliang, sweating, observed from a distance, unsure of what was happening. Zhenyan drove the dagger into Shang's chest, pulling it out, sneering. Tsh, filthy. Ziliang looked up, but couldn't see clearly. What the hell just happened? I can't see a thing. The next day, as the sun climbed to its peak, Tulan trailed timidly behind Zhenyan and Ziliang. Ziliang paused, pointing in one direction. All right, Zhenyan, you're heading that way, right? I'll go the other way and escort her for a bit. Zhenyan nodded. Thanks, I'll leave it to you. He and Tulan waved goodbye before parting ways. Tulan, nervous, spoke softly. Hesitant, she asked. You're Master Sima, aren't you? Ziliang froze, startled. He pulled off his mask, replying, How'd you know? She covered her mouth, giggling. I've seen you at Danxiang Tavern plenty of times. Besides, if you're a close friend of Master Jinyan, who else could it be? Ziliang nodded, understanding. I see. Tu Lan clasped her hands, bowing gratefully. Thank you so much for today. Next time you visit, I'll treat you to a jug of top-grade Dujiang wine. He waved it off. I didn't do much, no need. Plus, I'm done with brothels. She looked up, her eyes filled with admiration. You've really changed a lot, haven't you, Master? He scratched his head, accepting the compliment. Yeah. Gazing at Zhun Yan's distant figure, he resolved. I should change too. He thought gently, because my friend has changed so much. Then it hit him. It's breakfast time. A table of food was set out, but the twin guards hesitantly held their chopsticks, not daring to eat. Fresh from a bath, Zhun Yan sat at the table and said, Eat up, don't hold back. At his words, they chimed in unison. Yes, big brother. Zhun Yan instructed. If you're hungry, don't starve. You can always eat. The twins looked at him, puzzled. The caravan's loaded. Eating 7 meals a day wouldn't be a problem, right? Zhun Yan picked up a piece of meat, eating casually. It's fine. Min Bao noticed the wound on his face and asked worriedly, You're hurt, boss? Nothing happened last night, right? Zhun Yan set his chopsticks down, shaking his head. Nothing worth mentioning. Recalling the sudden ambush from the night before, he was certain of one thing. In his past life, a sneak attack like that wouldn't have fazed him at all. He sank into thought. To personally protect the caravan and guard against the demonic sect, I need to get stronger. Simple training won't cut it. I need something more. A maid's voice interrupted his thoughts. Young master, a package has arrived for you. Jin Yan, surprised, asked, For me? It was a carefully wrapped box in yellow cloth and a red bundle. Curious, he opened the yellow-wrapped box. I wasn't expecting anything. Attached was a letter from Qiu Xiong. Zhen Yan, it's me, Jiu Yong. After we parted, I stopped by a tavern for a drink and went straight home. That's some major progress, right? Zhen Yan sighed helplessly. Progress worthy of being etched into martial world history. He continued reading. Actually, I stopped by yesterday to deliver something your father asked me to, but my head was foggy, and I forgot. Zhen Yan opened the iron box, curious. My father, the letter went on. I left it on my way back to your place. When you get stronger, don't forget to protect our escort agency too. You bet. He gasped in surprise. This is 100-year He Shou Wu. Holding a root, Zhen Yan assessed it silently. Looks over 400 years old. If I'm lucky, this could push my 100 battles 10 stages technique to the 5th stage. He smiled, touched. So this is what having good friends feels like. He glanced at the red bundle. And this box. It came with another letter. Li Qing Min, this is a gift for your trust in me over the years and our enduring friendship. Tai Hu Merchant Caravan. He nodded, musing. If it's from the Tai Hu Merchant Caravan, they're among the richest merchants in the Central Plains. I didn't expect father to pull strings with them too. He's thorough. Zhen Yan frowned, startled, and gasped when he saw the vial inside the box. This is Kong Qing stalactite. In folklore, Kong Qing stalactite was a mythical elixir martial artists only dreamed of, comparable only to 1,000-year purple ghost, moon elixir flower, and 10,000-year snow ginseng. All top tier, nearly impossible to find treasures. He lifted the vial, inhaling. No mistake, it's Kong Qing stalactite. In my past life, I only tasted a few drops. Even martial artists struggle to get this. How did merchants manage it? Thinking, he called out, Min Bao, Yin Bao, I'm giving each of you 100-year He Shou Wu root. He ordered, take one each. I need to regulate my energy for a bit. Guard my room until I'm out, then use them. Yin Bao curiously examined the He Shou Wu. Whoa, what's this, big brother? Zhen Yan sighed, instructing. It's good for your body, very precious. Don't lose it. Yin Bao stood, surprised. Precious. He opened a hidden cabinet door, saying, the caravan leader prepared a ton of similar stuff just for you, big brother. Zhen Yan stared, stunned, at the glittering pile of items in the cabinet. Closing his eyes, he smiled, thinking, money really is nice. After the hour of the dragon, he shut the door, sitting cross-legged in midair, regulating his energy. Crumbs of 100-year, he Shou Wu littered the floor beneath the table. A glowing energy core appeared in his hand. Closing his eyes tightly, he thought, so it's like martial arts. The cultivation process was painful, nothing glamorous about it. Zhun Yin grimaced, the heat rising, sweat dripping as he mused. If this were the old Li Zhunyan's body, it'd have melted by now. Good thing I tempered this body beforehand. He winced in pain, coughing. The energy core flared brighter, making him feel like his body was burning. Zhun Yin sensed a restless energy struggling to break free, forcibly suppressed. He clapped his hands decisively. If that's the case, I'll compress it harder. A violent surge of lightning enveloped him. After a while, he stopped, panting. The energy core hovered, its green flame shrinking. He gripped it, fingers spinning lightly, sparking a small bolt of lightning. The faster he spun, the more lightning gathered. Clenching his fist, he laughed, satisfied. At the 5th stage, he looked at his body, grumbling. This body's been soaked in so much booze. Even the toxins reek of alcohol. He picked up a cloth, smiling faintly. Goodbye, remnants of Li Zhonyan. He glanced at the Kongqing stalactite vial, thinking, here's the key. He lifted it, popped the lid, and drank it all. In his mind, he visualized the process. Absorbing Kongqing stalactite now is like mixing sand with water to mold a bowl, then tossing it into a furnace. He knew it could easily shatter, but he closed his eyes, focusing. When they opened, his pupils glowed purple-blue. Transported to another space, he looked up at a black spiritual aura descending. This is the Kongqing stalactite's energy. Sweating, he thought, trying to challenge me? He smirked defiantly. I shouldn't be so greedy. He clenched his fist, hesitating, but then dashed forward as the black aura surged down. Charging head-on, he raised a fist crackling with lightning, his attitude fiercely combative. If I overcome this, I'll be even stronger. 7 days later, Hua Yin stood anxiously outside Zhun Yan's room. It's been exactly a week since Big Brother went into seclusion, but no word for so long. I'm starting to worry. Seeing him, the twins greeted in unison. Hello, steward. Hua Yin nodded, asking, It's been a while. Still no sign of Big Brother. They replied stiffly, Yes, but he ordered no one to approach. Hua Yin scratched his head, forcing a smile. All right, I get it. Though he didn't approach, the silence shattered with a loud explosion from deep within the room. The twins instinctively shielded Hua Yin. Choking on dust, he panicked. What the hell is this? All three stared, stunned, at Zhun Yin floating midair. Big Brother. Veins bulged on his face, his aura radiating intense, killing intent. Everything inside was smashed, debris scattered. Hua Yin stammered, panicked. Why's Big Brother like this? Pale, he covered his nose. That stench. Is this the rumored qi deviation? As Zhun Yin collapsed, they shouted in alarm, rushing to him. Big Brother. Shaking him, they cried. Wake up, Big Brother. Zhun Yin sat up, and Hua Yin, worried, asked, Are you okay? For a moment, he paled, terrified. Drenched in sweat, breathing heavily, Zhun Yin made Hua Yin cry out in panic. Big Brother. Hua Yin and the twin guards rushed to Zhun Yan's side, anxiously asking, Big Brother, are you okay? His face was flushed, his breathing labored, as he struggled to lift his head toward them. Suddenly, Zhun Yan's eyes froze, his face turning purple as if he'd just faced something incredibly dangerous. He staggered to his feet, leaving everyone stunned. Watching his retreating figure, Hua Yin called out helplessly, Big Brother, where are you going? Head bowed. Zhun Yin replied as he walked away, Too hot. I need to cool off. Don't follow me. With that, he leaped twice and was out the gate, leaving Hua Yin dumbfounded. Hua Yin stared blankly at a falling leaf, muttering, It's nice weather. How's it hot? Meanwhile, Zhun Yin bounded across rooftops, each step dislodging a tile. He felt silently, my whole body's burning. After he passed, a roof caved in slightly. Zhun Yin flashed through a vast forest in an instant, gasping in pain. The overwhelming power, incompatible with his still maturing body, roared and surged within him. Frowning tightly, his face began to crack. He admitted helplessly, I can't control this power. A terrifying vision flashed in his mind. If I slip up, because of me, the Yin Xia merchant caravan, Even this whole street could collapse. With that thought, he pushed harder, speeding forward. I have to get far away, as far as possible. After a long time, dark clouds rolled in. Zhun Yin reached a mountain deep in the forest, moving relentlessly to burn off the excess power. He circled the mountain at full speed, so fast that white smoke trailed behind him. Suddenly, he stopped as he emerged from the mountain. Lightning began to gather in his palms. Racked with pain from the surging power, he gritted his teeth, thinking, I can't take this anymore. He recalled a moment when a sword had pierced through him. His eyes narrowed. Face pale, he told himself, if I can't handle it. Then, relaxing his mind, he let the power surge free. Then release it. His eyes sparked with electricity, and with a roar, he unleashed it. A massive bolt of lightning shot skyward after building up. The sheer force of Zhun Yan's power was visible even from miles away. Onlookers, some stunned, some thrilled, witnessed the spectacle. First time I've seen lightning strike upward from the ground. Rain began to fall, drenching Zhun Yan as he stood frozen on the mountain. He clenched his hand, energy still swirling around his fist. Counting slowly, he said, 6. Raising his hand to eye level, he observed, then added, 7. With a faint smile, he declared, no. If I can unleash this much, his body erupted fully. 100 battles, 10 stages technique, 8th stage. In the town, rain fell, and the streets grew quiet. Zhun Yin walked grimly, drawing attention. Nearby women blushed, embarrassed, as his shirt hung in tatters. Passers-by couldn't help but stare, muttering, why's a man walking around shirtless like that? Zhun Yin lowered his head, smiling faintly, thinking, better buy some new clothes. He entered a shop. Picking out a new outfit and putting it on, he asked coldly, how much for this? The shopkeeper waved it off, laughing. Oh, no need to pay, young master. Zhun Yin wasn't pleased. That won't do. But the shopkeeper nodded casually, explaining, after you dealt with the Guiyang clan and Shaoxian sect, troublemakers on these streets have dropped sharply. The shopkeeper glanced at some children peeking nearby, adding, thanks to that, I can bring my kids to the shop without worry. Repaying you like this is my honor. 2 kids, wide-eyed, brought Zhun Yin a large umbrella. It's still pouring. Take this, it's good quality. He looked at their earnest faces, only able to furrow his brow. Zhun Yin smiled warmly, responding, then I'll accept your kindness. He stepped outside, opened the umbrella, and walked off, turning to wave at the 3. He continued through the rain, observing, it really feels more peaceful than before. Until now, after a fight, I never paid attention to the scenery. Suddenly, he grew melancholic, lost in thought. He recalled the shopkeeper's gratitude after he dealt with the Guiyang clan and Shaoxian sect, how the man happily said troublemakers had dwindled, letting him bring his kids to the shop safely. Zhun Yan's gaze fell on a child joyfully holding an adult's hand. He saw people cheerfully sharing a coat to shield from the rain, running quickly. Satisfied, he closed his eyes, smiling. This feeling isn't bad. Suddenly, a figure rushed toward him, shouting, get out of the way. Zhun Yin instantly went on guard. Before him, a brawl was unfolding. A group chased, yelling, catch that guy, don't let him escape. Zhun Yin, stunned, recognized a familiar face, Tai Minhao. Spotting him, Minhao flashed a flattering smile. Hey, long time no see, huh? Some rain, right? Zhun Yin looked at him calmly, remarking, you're quick as lightning. Minhao hid behind him. Facing the crowd, Zhun Yin asked casually, pretty busy, huh? Meanwhile, elsewhere, a serene lake shimmered under golden sunlight. At the Murong clan, everything was calm. Inside, a group sat across from each other. The Chiwang assembly convened, and the head of the Dugu clan, Chiwang Assembly's Du Gu Ming, spoke first. It's been a while since the heads of the Chiwang Assembly gathered like this. Truly a pleasure. Brother Murong, you've worked hard. The head of the Murong clan, Chiwang Assembly's Murong Tan, smiled calmly. Not at all. I just arranged the seats. He turned to the man beside him, tactfully saying, speaking of which, Brother Guiyang, I heard you've had some trouble recently. Murong Tan bluntly hit a sore spot for the head of the Guiyang clan, Chiwang Assembly's Guiyang Qing. Did Guiyang Ho challenge a disciple of the merchant caravan and lose his life? Is that true? The others began murmuring. Wasn't Guyang Ho a seasoned master of the Guyang clan? Heard he stirred trouble with the caravan, made a scene, and got dealt with. Laughter erupted, heedless of anyone's feelings. The head of the Nangong clan, the leader of the Chi Wang assembly and top figure of the clans, Blade Emperor Nangong Wu, slammed his hand on the chair, mocking, beaten by a mere disciple of the caravan. He kept taunting, "This is funnier than a circus act. Don't you think?" Du Gu Ming chimed in. Indeed. Guyang Qing trembled with rage, then snapped. That Guyang Ho was practically disowned by the Guyang clan. His eyes flashed sharply. "I'm planning to teach that caravan disciple a lesson." Nearby, Minhao stood casually beside Jinyan. Exasperated, Jinyan sighed at him. At the same time, Guyang Qing declared darkly, "I'll show you all the power of the Jiuyang clan." The leader of the group menacingly gestured toward Jinyan, barking, "Call that bastard over here. Don't get tangled in pointless trouble and end up bleeding." But Jinyan ignored him, quietly asking Minhao, "Hey, Tai Minhao, who are these guys?" Minhao frowned, slowly answering, "They're the recent troublemakers from the underworld. Their identity's starting to come to light, Red Artemisia Syndicate. They're planning to take over the bustling area nearby." Minhao vented helplessly. "I used to work in the auction business, went back to check the books, and these bastards robbed me clean. Damn bandits." Suddenly, Jinyan feigned concern, cutting in, "Is your hand fully healed yet?" Minhao immediately grinned, raising his still trembling hands, explaining, "Lucky for me, I'm still a cripple." Hearing this, Jinyan stepped forward, stating firmly, "They don't look local, so let me make this clear." He pointed coldly at the group, ordering, "Wait until time Minhao's hands are healed before stirring trouble. For now, get lost." The Red Artemisia Syndicate, however, didn't take him seriously, laughing mockingly. "What nonsense are you spouting? Spoiled brat, you don't get it, do you? Think you're talking to just anyone with that tone?" But that was just their bravado. They felt wary of him, sensing an indescribable pressure from Jinyan's grim face under the umbrella. The leader, furious, demanded, "This guy looking to die? Hey, punk." He stepped forward, pointing at Jinyan's face, repeating, "You don't know who we are, do you? A guy like you dares order us around." He grinned threateningly. "I'll beat you to a pulp." But in an instant, Jinyan flicked a finger, sending him flying. The thug was flung back in full view of everyone. As the group stood stunned, Jinyan spoke again, "Hey, you lot." He calmly retracted his hand, warning, "I'm hungry. If we fight now, I might just kill you all. Leave. Next time we meet, whether it's Tai Minhao or me, same deal." Without hesitation, the Red Artemisia Syndicate turned and fled. "Goodbye," Jinyan said lightly. "Yeah." Minhao, shameless as ever, waved them off. Then he turned to Jinyan, suggesting, "Hey, treat me to a meal. I'm starving, noodles will do." Frowning irritably, he added, "That day I almost died. Not from your beating, but from hunger, got it? Gotta eat before healing. Since ancient times, we Central Plains folk live by rice." Jinyan, exasperated, cut him off. "Why the long speech? So you just want a free meal? You're a real lunatic." Minhao grinned smugly, teasing, like it's some big deal. "Let's go, noodles at Jean Ping's place, no question." The two headed to eat noodles. After scraping his bowl clean, Minhao smiled happily, exclaiming, "Now I feel alive again." Then, leisurely, he started chatting with Jinyan, who was slurping his food. "Say, got a beggar's guild branch in your stomach, or what? You used to nibble like a mouse, now you're a changed man. People shouldn't change so suddenly. Live naturally, you know." Seeing no response, Minhao casually shouted, "Boss, 2 more bowls." "No, make it 4. The owner passed by, bowing respectfully, right away. Outside, the rain kept falling, but inside, the two now faced each other calmly. Minhao asked casually, "You holding up after that storm?" Jinyan, chewing, replied, "Fine." Minhao pressed on, curious, "What's that guy up to?" Jinyan answered nonchalantly, "Training." Minhao recalled the twin guards' old demeanor. "Brother, can we have another bowl? Isn't that like the 10th? He sighed. "They've probably gotten stronger. Those guys must cost a fortune in food. Not humans, starving ghosts, the lot of them." Jinyan didn't care, looking up and cutting in, "I've got plenty of money." Minhao, fuming but helpless, nearly forgot. Right, I helped out a bit, didn't I? He reached for some food, probing. So, how do you properly learn martial arts? Zhen Yin raised an eyebrow. Martial arts for what? Minhao sighed, exasperated. For what? I'm thinking if I learned some, I could take on Red Artemisia. Zhen Yin, puzzled, asked, Red Artemisia? Minhao explained wearily. The guys from earlier. He recounted slowly. Rumor has it their minions are endless. When a fight breaks out, they swarm like bees from a busted hive. You can't beat them all, can't outlast them, and escaping's exhausting. Chewing noisily, Zhen Yin stared at Minhao, then suddenly offered, Want me to teach you? Minhao, without hesitation, agreed. Well, if you're offering, I'd be grateful. Zhen Yin got serious, questioning. Will you follow my instructions exactly? Minhao, acting obedient, nodded. Of course. Don't you know me? I'm the lone fox Tai Minhao. Hearing this, Zhen Yin pointed to the ground, ordering, Then bow to me once. Minhao froze, stunned. Sighing and scratching his head, he replied, You bastard. That's humiliating. Don't you know who I am? I'm the lone fox Tai Minhao. But then, he dropped to his knees, bowing once. Zhen Yin, slightly surprised, sighed wearily. After bowing, Minhao stood, grumbling. If you don't teach me, don't blame me. I'll piss right at the Yin Xiam merchant caravan's front gate. Meanwhile, Zhen Yin had pulled out an umbrella, slicing the air with it. He raised it, pointing to the handle, instructing, Right here, like this. He demonstrated the motion again for Minhao. Minhao stared, dumbfounded. That's it. Zhen Yin nodded casually. What else? This sent Minhao into a rage, shouting, You bastard, I bowed for this? I'm heading to your gate to piss right now. Before he could finish, Zhen Yin smacked the umbrella on his head. Frowning angrily, Zhen Yin ordered, Shut up, idiot. Hold the umbrella with one hand. Minhao, clutching his head in pain, complied, snapping, Now what? Zhen Yin said bluntly, That umbrella's a gift, not for giving away. Then, to Minhao's confusion, he added, Borrow it, take it, and repeat my move 100,000 times, then return it soon as you can. Don't want to? Then forget learning martial arts. Minhao, stunned, double-checked. Young master, how many times? Zhen Yin's answer didn't change. 100,000. Minhao, incredulous, held up 10 fingers. Not 1,000, not 10,000, but 100,000. This irritated Zhen Yin, who lowered his head. What kind of lone fox talks this much? Can't do it. Drop the umbrella and get lost. You useless fool. Minhao's eyes dropped, muttering, No, you're serious? Zhen Yin grabbed his collar, lifting him, his eyes blazing with killing intent. He frowned slightly, warning, Hey. Minhao tensed, replying, All right. Only then did Zhen Yin explain. You think learning a few fancy moves lets you kill? If you can swing that umbrella 100,000 times, you could take down half those bastards from earlier with a wooden sword. He coldly reminded him. But what did you do earlier? His words stabbed Minhao's heart. Ran like a soaked rat, didn't you? Zhen Yan's gaze darkened, his voice icy as he told Minhao. Minhao, if you're going to live so pathetically, you might as well die. The words hit hard. Minhao grinned smugly, retorting, I don't want to die. Satisfied, Zhen Yin let go but still mocked. So, are you a cowardly rat or the lone fox? Know your place and live up to it. Don't just talk. Minhao lowered his head, seemingly lost in thought. They glanced outside. Rain pattered, leaves swept away by the water. Suddenly, Minhao stood, saying, Lend me the umbrella. He took it and left. The shopkeeper approached, warmly saying, Young master, the bill, including your friend's share. Without hesitation, Zhen Yin handed over a money pouch. She replied, Thank you. He glanced at the door, thinking, Let's see if that so-called fox wakes up. Zhen Yin recalled Minhao's earlier words. I'm thinking if I learn martial arts, I could take on Red Artemisia. That leader from earlier. Folding his arms, he thought coldly. Red Artemisia Syndicate, huh? He said they'd come looking. A promise is a promise. Meanwhile, at their hideout, minions knelt trembling on the floor. Many had been slaughtered. Red Artemisia's grim voice echoed. Covered in wounds and blood, he coldly demanded, What's your excuse for letting Tai Minhao slip away? After the minions finished their explanation, Red Artemisia spoke grimly. So, you're saying we're dealing with two blood-soaked corpses? He questioned them, puzzled. You almost had them all, but a friend of the lone fox stopped you. And it was the young master of the merchant caravan? One minion, trembling with fear and sweating profusely, stammered, "Why yes, exactly. According to the others, his martial arts are extraordinary. He's known as the strongest in all of Yanghua." His eyes widened in panic. Red Artemisia glared at him with murderous intent, chilling the minion to the bone. Coldly, he ordered, "Keep watch on the men and find both of them. Kill them." Meanwhile, Zhun Yin was calmly training, turning to ask, "Rip them apart? Have Min Bao report everything he knows immediately." Yes, Red Artemisia is notoriously brutal. They love tearing their opponents apart with their bare hands. The leaders of the Changshan sect, Old Piao Gang, Jiaolong Gang, and Hongluo Fort had all perished at Red Artemisia's hands. Min Bao casually pointed to a map of Luhuan. They've swallowed up many factions in the Luhuan region with immense influence. Everyone there has to pay tribute to Red Artemisia. Min Bao quickly reported to Zhun Yin that no one, escort agencies, merchants, travelers, even brothels, was exempt, including Tai Min Hao, who was forced to pay. While training, Zhun Yin added, "Met him yesterday. Heard even his auction house got robbed." Yin Bao nodded in agreement. Red Artemisia's exactly the type to do that. Wiping sweat from his brow, Zhun Yin sighed. Trouble's brewing. If he digs into my identity, the caravan's in for it. A sinister glint flashed in his eyes as he declared, "Looks like I'll have to make a trip myself." The bustling Luhuan district came alive at night. Inside Wenqing Tower, dazzling lights still glowed. Zhan Hua walked briskly, instructing a maid nearby. "Check if the guests over there have left." A sudden scream startled her. "What's that?" A nervous attendant explained. "When we entered Red Artemisia's room, Shui and I was still there. What do we do?" The girl under the blanket trembled uncontrollably. Zhan Hua sighed helplessly, closing her eyes. A maid hurried forward, reporting, "Sister Zhenhua, there's a new guest on the first floor." She quickly shifted her demeanor, ordering, "I'll head down. Take her to rest, and don't upset Red Artemisia. Keep it quiet." The others quickly agreed. "Yes, sister." From a distance, Zhan Hua spotted Zhun Yin standing alone at the entrance. She flashed a friendly smile, greeting, "First time meeting, young master. I'm Zhen Hua, in charge of hospitality. Allow me to introduce." But Zhun Yin cut her off coldly. "Is Red Artemisia here?" Startled, she faltered. Frowning irritably, he repeated, "I'm looking for Red Artemisia." Flustered, Zhan Hua bowed, asking repeatedly, "You mean the syndicate leader? Have you informed him in advance?" Zhun Yin replied curtly, "No, just tell me if he's upstairs." Sensing his arrogance, Zhan Hua hesitated. "Who is this? Should I report him?" Glancing back, she confirmed, "Yes, he's up there." That was all Zhun Yin needed. As he moved forward, he instructed, "You're Zhen Hua, right? While I'm up there, evacuate everyone." She recalled the maid's words about Shui and I still being in the room. Pausing, she made a decision, turning to plead, "Young master, it won't be easy to get up there. The leader has a violent temper." But Jin Yin paid no heed. Glancing back, he smiled. "No problem." He ascended the stairs under Zhan Hua's helpless gaze. Upon reaching the next floor, a minion blocked his path. "Who are you? This isn't a place to wander." Ignoring him, Zhun Yin kept moving. The minion thrust a spear forward, shouting angrily, "This bastard must have honey in his mouth." Instantly, Zhun Yin grabbed the spear's shaft, yanking it forward, startling the minion. With a swift kick, he sent the man crashing backward. The minion fell from the height, causing a nearby girl to scream in terror. Hearing the commotion, other minions rushed out to investigate. "What's that? Damn! Does this guy know where he is?" Zhun Yin stood grimly before them, speaking coldly. With icy eyes, he looked up, demanding, "Which floor is Red Artemisia on?" His arrogance enraged them, and they charged. "What's this nonsense? Kill him!" Hundreds of men poured from the shadows, surprising Zhun Yin. Gathering energy in his hand, he prepared to strike, declaring, "I'll tear this place apart to find him." A minion swung a sword, shouting, "Die, you bastard!" Without hesitation, Zhun Yin grabbed his head, saying, "Lend me your body." He hurled the man forward, making him scream. Another minion gritted his teeth, charging, "You maniac!" Zheng Yin glanced at him, dodging effortlessly as the man stumbled forward. Seizing the weapon's control cord, Zheng Yin said, "This too." Spinning, he smashed the weapon into the man's face, sending him flying. Another minion gasped, "What the hell?" Zheng Yin stood, searching, "Not this room." He stomped the hallway, terrifying the minions. Twirling the weapon, he mused, "Maybe I'll break all the doors." With a swing, he shattered a row of doors. A minion caught in the blow clutched his head, screaming in pain. Zheng Yin showed no mercy, smashing doors with the weapon. The obstructing minions shared the same fate, wailing. Dust and debris filled the air. When the weapon broke, he tossed it aside without care. Brushing off his hands, Zheng Yin peered through a broken wall, frowning. No next floor. Above, Red Artemisia sat casually on a bed. His grim eyes looked out as a loud crash erupted before him, his minions tumbling inside. One trembled, crawling and shouting, "Leader, it's him, the young master." Before he could finish, Zheng Yin stomped his head. His face darkened to the extreme as he stepped inside, declaring, "Found you." Red Artemisia looked up nonchalantly, remarking, "No wonder it's been noisy. Here to settle Manhwa's debt." Zheng Yin ignored him, muttering, "So the 5th floor was right." He spoke slowly, "Pointless. Too high." Red Artemisia stood, questioning, "Don't like my hospitality? Tired from the climb?" Surrounded, Zheng Yin joked calmly, "No big deal. Climbing by stomping is my specialty." They faced each other, Red Artemisia towering a head taller. He flashed a sinister smile, asking, "Is that so?" Bending to meet Zheng Yin's eyes, he taunted, "My specialty is looking down from above." Smirking confidently, he brushed back his hair. Zheng Yin thought, "This kind of underworld scum is the best." Satisfied, he smiled, thinking, "This'll be a good fight." Suddenly, his eyes caught something. A bloodied foot protruding from under a blanket. A girl had been killed in the room. Following his gaze, Red Artemisia grinned, explaining, "No big deal, just a slip of the hand." "Hey, drag this corpse away." Zheng Yin frowned instantly, concluding, "This guy's beyond redemption." A thick killing intent radiated from him as he asked, "How do you want to die?" Red Artemisia laughed nonchalantly, "Nice look. Everyone who's tried to kill me had that look." Of course. He turned serious, declaring, "And they all ended up torn apart." Outside, people began fleeing in panic, shouting, "Run." Someone approached, asking, "What's going on?" A minion gritted his teeth, replying, "Some lunatics tearing the brothel apart." It was Manhwa, raising his umbrella to strike. As the minion continued, "You'd better get out too," Manhwa muttered, counting 2874. The minion, confused, widened his eyes. Then, Manhwa's umbrella smashed down on his head without mercy. Satisfied, Manhwa watched him collapse, pulling off his hood to breathe. He raised a middle finger, taunting, "I'm here to take you bastards down one by one." As he walked, he swung the umbrella as Zheng Yin instructed, muttering, "When I hit 100,000? 2875, 2876. Amid his counting, a massive explosion roared behind him. 2870. He spun around, startled, shouting, "What? What's that noise?" His eyes froze, wondering. That's... As the explosion erupted, Red Artemisia gritted his teeth, knocked down. His pupils suddenly contracted. From above, Zheng Yin was descending, fists clenched and raised high. He slammed down onto Red Artemisia, sending a massive shockwave rippling through the area. Zheng Yin landed lightly, frowning at Red Artemisia. The man was only slightly scratched, rubbing his hands together and laughing loudly. Propping himself up on one leg, Red Artemisia stood, wiping his chin and exclaiming, "Now that's interesting." Across from him, Zheng Yin tore off his outer robe. Red Artemisia smirked, beckoning a minion. He swiftly grabbed a weapon from the minion. Spinning it wildly in the air, Red Artemisia roared, "At least I'll give you this." At that moment, Zheng Yin leaped high. Red Artemisia furiously hurled the weapon, a heavy mace, screaming toward Zheng Yin's back. It seemed like a devastating blow was imminent, but Zheng Yin casually swung his hand, grabbing the control cord and yanking it down. The weight dragged Red Artemisia, staggering him. Gritting his teeth, he steadied himself, assessing. Just a young master from a small merchant caravan, yet his strength rivals mine. Then, Red Artemisia let go, calculating rapidly. If that's the case, he charged forward with a determined look. I'll crush him with recoil. His fist rose high, eyes flashing with killing intent as he growled. Let's see you block this. Zhenyan stood opposite, unfazed, observing. He's trained in iron mace and fist techniques, with precise moves, like he was taught by a true martial master. His eyes sharpened. Their fists collided head-on. Zhenyan declared, Your opponent is me. The impact stunned Red Artemisia, his eyes widening. Zhenyan's powerful fist barreled toward him. Zhen Yin was proving his dominance, Fist King. A barrage of punches slammed into Red Artemisia's gut, not just wounding externally, but channeling inner force within. The intense shock made him groan, mouth agape. Red Artemisia, in pain, leaped back. Despite severe internal injuries, he forced a laugh. So, you've trained in fist techniques too. Fine. Red Artemisia tensed, showcasing his own might, shouting, I'll give you a real fight, you bastard. His speed surged, vanishing in an instant. Charging at Zhen Yin with menacing eyes, he roared, I'll tear you apart. But in a flash, Zhen Yin reached out, grabbing his throat. His eyes burned with even greater killing intent. With a swing, he threw Red Artemisia backward. Unable to resist, the man crashed into the ground, the impact echoing everywhere. Red Artemisia, unwilling to yield, gritted his teeth. I went all out, yet I was completely overwhelmed. Then, Zhen Yin grabbed his face. Looking down coldly, he demanded, How's it feel to look up at me from down there? He pressed a knee into Red Artemisia's throat, scolding, If you'd treated others with even a shred of decency. Raising his head, he sneered disdainfully, I wouldn't be this pissed. But Red Artemisia laughed mockingly. What? Want a taste of frost too? Surprised, Zhen Yin looked down. All right, let's start with the second layer. He unleashed a surge of electricity into Red Artemisia, making him scream in agony. Without hesitation, Zhen Yin intensified it. Third layer. Red Artemisia's legs twitched as the current surged. Fourth layer, fifth layer. The surrounding minions grew terrified, muttering, Should we stop him? Red Artemisia looked skyward, eyes wide with panic. Above Zhen Yan's head was the white Thunder Tenfold Techniques Thunder Roar. His eyes turned green. Without pause, he slammed it into Red Artemisia. The area blazed with light, then fell silent as the smoke slowly cleared. The minions, panicked, stared wide-eyed, frozen. Those inside the brothel gaped in fear. Manhwa shielded his face, exclaiming, Insane. Red Artemisia's been smashed into the stone floor, the brick walls cracked wide open. This is like, the crowd began to see him differently, a righteous exorcism. After finishing, as Red Artemisia struggled to rise, Zhen Yin questioned, Hey, who the hell are you to collect tribute here? He glared darkly at the minions, repeating, What are you bastards? They trembled, backing away, stammering, H-hit. Before they could finish, Zhen Yan's gaze shifted, demanding, Why drain the weak here dry? Answer. The group quivered, listening to his every word. If you just want to flaunt power, aim it at me. Raising his head, brushing back his hair, he declared, I'll make sure you end up like this bastard. The lead minion quickly tried to calm things. Don't panic. It's just one guy. Kill him. Onlookers buzzed. My God, is Red Artemisia dead? Who's that young man? An old man nearby wondered. Does this mean we don't have to pay tribute anymore? Manhwa replied casually. Hong Lian's dead, and that lot's about to be wiped out. Who'd you pay? The old man grew anxious. But what if that young man demands tribute? Manhwa pulled down his hood, stating firmly, he's not that kind of guy. The old man, confused, said, Huh? Manhwa turned, giving a thumbs up. I'm telling you, he's not like that. He's got more than enough money. No need to worry. He resumed swinging his umbrella. 2877, 2878. Bystanders, puzzled, muttered, What the hell? Is he crazy? Screams echoed. Manhwa paused, exclaiming, Oh. Looking at Zhen Yin, he praised, That guy fights like hell. Everyone carries a spark in their heart. Recalling Zhen Yan's words, What did you do earlier? Ran like a soaked rat. Minhao stood silently, affirming, "But nurturing that spark is your own duty." From afar, he watched the chaos, wondering, "So you want to get stronger, strong enough to go mad?" Zhen Yan's ferocious face flashed in his memory. "Are you a rat or a fox? Know your place." Minhao swung the umbrella again. Suddenly, his eyes sparked. "Wait a second." From a distance, watching Zhen Yan fight, he shouted, declaring, "I am the fox." Revised scene at Enxiam Merchant Caravan. The scene shifts to the next day at the Enxiam Merchant Caravan. Huayan spots him and calls out, "Big brother, looks like you just came back from somewhere." Covered in blood, he responds curiously, "Just went for a short walk." "Huayan, what are you doing in my room?" Huayan replies, "I came to seek your advice." "But whose blood is that?" Glancing at the bloodstains on his body, he answers casually, "Not mine." Huayan nods in agreement. "Right. Looks like the elixir this time worked well. I was planning to thank those who sent the elixirs to the Enxiam Merchant Caravan. I'm not sure what to gift the Taihu Merchant Caravan. That elixir must be incredibly valuable. Even father wants to know." He wipes the blood from his face with a cloth, thinking, if it's the Taihu Merchant Caravan, they sent the Kong Qing stalactite. Turning back, he says, "Even I can't put a price on it." This piques Huayan's curiosity. "That valuable? Then repaying them will be tough." As maids clean the blood from his body, he looks at Huayan and says, "Everything can be settled with money, but it doesn't have to be a gift. The elixir they sent can't be valued in gold or silver." Huayan, puzzled, asks, "Then what should we do?" He responds, "Form a merchant alliance." Huayan freezes, then exclaims, "What? Why a merchant alliance?" Among those who sent elixirs were major players like the Taihu Merchant Caravan, but also smaller groups like Jiuyang's Shifeng Escort Agency, barely able to afford a guard team. He continues, "If I establish a merchant alliance to protect them, that's the repayment." In Chapter 1, addressing this major decision, Huayan asks, "But isn't this too big, big brother?" He replies, "No need to start grandly. First, bring the Taihu Merchant Caravan and Shifeng Escort Agency into the alliance. Since we received something money can't repay, we'll offer something beyond money." Huayan asks, "What about membership fees?" He answers, "Keep it simple, like Gaozu Lu Bang's rules." Huayan presses, "And the purpose of forming it?" He pauses, then says, "The purpose is..." Recalling how he helped the cloth shop owner bring his children out safely and aided Minhao in growing stronger, he replies calmly, "The most important thing is protecting merchants' lives. If we can add a fast messaging system for emergencies, even better. That way, we can respond in time." Huayan, deep in thought, says, "But, big brother, if even the Taihu Merchant Caravan's guards can't handle it." He nods, continuing, "Right. If a major caravan like Taihu faces trouble, it's likely some martial sect or even underworld forces are involved. In that case, I'll step in personally." Huayan, shocked, shouts, "Big brother, you'll go yourself?" He replies, "I've said it before, the elixir from the caravan leader is priceless. It's helped me immensely." Looking at him, Huayan asks, "So, big brother, you've gotten much stronger now?" He nods, "Yes." Overjoyed, Huayan slaps the table, standing and shouting, "Awesome. So, why don't we name the Merchant Alliance? Giant Commerce Union? Righteous Prosperity Alliance?" Dismissing the flashy names, he says lightly, "No, just call it the Commerce Guild. Alliance sounds a bit cumbersome." Huayan nods, "All right, I'll prepare accordingly." As he starts to leave, Huayan calls out, "Hey, big brother." Sighing, Huayan continues, "Since you returned, my workload's been piling up. I'm swamped lately." To his brother's complaint, he replies casually, "Sorry about that." Huayan's demeanor shifts to excitement. "But I'm thrilled. For merchants, being busy is a blessing." He sighs softly, saying nothing. From outside, a voice booms, "Young master." Steward Minhao bursts through the door, shouting, "Success! Success!" Jinyan asks, puzzled, "Success in what?" Minhao's tone shifts. "Disaster. The Guiyang clan leader brought disciples straight here." This makes both brothers frown. Huayan exclaims, "What?" The scene shifts to the main hall of the Enxiam Merchant Caravan. Sipping tea, the man seated is the Guiyang clan leader, Guiyang Qing. Slamming the teacup down, He recalls the humiliation at the Chi Wang assembly, where other guilds mocked. Gu Yongho died in a single duel. Heard he lost right in the caravan's turf. Back to the present, Gu Yongqing warns. You three, one by one, will duel the young master of the Xia merchant caravan. A single victory won't erase this shame. His eyes flash with killing intent as he continues coldly. That man must not die peacefully, understood? His three disciples nod. Yes. The golden-haired Shun Zhaobai asks. But will you two use weapons? I train in spear techniques, so I'm not worried. Gu Yongming replies. Fighting barehanded is more thrilling. Gu Yongyin adds. I'm not confident, so I'll stick with my saber. Gu Yongming's face tightens, saying. What? He's just the young master of a merchant caravan, and you're not confident? Gu Yongyin shouts. He defeated Gu Yongho. Even if Ho was just a branch leader, he was a seasoned martial artist. Gu Yongming sneers. Seasoned? Gu Yongho was useless, that's why he lost. As someone approaches to pour more tea, he waves them off, saying, Enough, no more talk. Summon the young master. The two approaching are the Liu brothers, holding a teapot with cold expressions. Yinbao speaks. The young master invites you to Yu court. Finish your meal, then proceed. This makes Gu Yongming stiffen, stammering. Fine. He thinks, why are the servants here so robust? They follow the Liu brothers. Yinbao lifts a curtain, announcing, Young master, the guests have arrived. Zhun Yin stands ready in the arena, looking at them. His hands wrapped in protective cloth, he says calmly, You've traveled far, honored guests. They return the gesture, introducing themselves. I am Gu Yongming. I am Gu Yongyun. I am Shun Zhaobai. After their introductions, Zhun Yin approaches Gu Yongqing, saying, Didn't expect the clan leader to come in person. Gu Yongqing bows slightly. Visiting unannounced is rude. I merely wish to witness the young master's true skills. Zhun Yin gets to the point. You're here to duel. The rules are up to the Gu Yong clan. Gu Yongqing asks, Can my sons test the young master's skills? He explains the rules. Simple. Leave the arena, faint, or lose the ability to act, and you lose. Zhun Yin sighs briefly, replying, Very well. Facing his opponent, he says, Let's begin. His first opponent is Gu Yongming. Below the arena, Gu Yongqing smirks, muttering, I can't wait to see that caravan young master kneel and beg for mercy. Gu Yongming narrows his eyes at Zhun Yin, thinking, strange. He's not just a caravan young master, but a seasoned warrior, radiating killing intent. Was defeating Gu Yongho not just luck? Snapping out of his thoughts, he clenches his fists, ready to strike. Seeing him fight barehanded, Zhun Yin says, Oh, this young master isn't drawing his sword. Gu Yongming replies coolly, I'll adapt. Worry about yourself. As his words end, Zhun Yin charges, landing a punch straight to his face, distorting it as he spits blood. The powerful blow sends him flying out of the arena, crashing into a distant wall. The impact shatters the wall into chunks. Like a broken kite, he collapses face down. Seeing this, the other two are stunned. Above the arena, Gu Yongqing's fury boils, his grip crushing the teacup. His eyes blaze with killing intent. Zhun Yin approaches the fallen sword, sighing. That's why I said, why not draw your sword sooner? He looks at the two below, saying, Next contestant. Before this provocation, Gu Yongyin stepped forward, declaring, I'll go up. Young Master Tan, please look after my elder brother. Shun Zhaobai nodded beside him. All right. As soon as it was settled, Gu Yongyin stepped onto the arena, brandishing his sword and saying, Given your strength, there's no need to hold back. Please enlighten me, young masterly. Jin Yan's eyes half closed, calmly replying, Go ahead, young master Jiuyang. Gu Yongyun gripped his sword tightly, his body radiating a thick aura of bloodlust. Jin Yan's eyes narrowed as he said, Here I come. As soon as he spoke, Gu Yongyun charged, unleashing a flurry of slashes that cracked the ground around them. Facing these decisive strikes, Zhun Yin effortlessly dodged backward. He thought to himself, truly resolute. This guy lives up to his sword. But inwardly, he added, just one move. As he finished the thought, his arm lowered. This sparked a glint of doubt in Gu Yongyun's eyes. Then, Zhun Yin raised his hand, blocking the onslaught head-on, parrying strike after strike. Observing Zhun Yan's calm demeanor, Gu Yongyan thought. He's reading my sword path and blocking with just one hand. At that moment, Zhen Yan's bandaged hand clenched, sparking faint bolts of lightning around it. He thought, this technique is at the 5th stage, but its power is only at the 3rd. With that, he tightened his fist, charging forward and landing a punch straight into Gu Yongyan's chest. The man's eyes widened, barely raising his sword to block. Zhen Yan leaped high, unleashing the white lightning tenfold technique, Thunder Roar. A fist powered by martial force crashed down, pinning Gu Yongyan to the ground. As the dust settled, his body lay unconscious. Seeing this, Gu Yongqing outside could only brood, as if calculating something. Shifting focus, Shun Zhaobai exclaimed in shock. Even the 3rd palace son was taken down so easily. Gu Yongming, struggling to his feet, asked nervously, maybe we should stop the duel here? If all 3 of us lose, it'll be chaos. But Shun Zhaobai's expression darkened, and he replied firmly, no way. With that, he leaped onto the arena, landing lightly. His head bowed, he said, young master, you're an exceptional fist master. I train in spear techniques. How could I miss this chance? Please grant me one move. At his stubborn defiance, Zhen Yan's eyes flickered with surprise. Clenching both fists, he muttered, some people are worth the effort. A spark of interest in his eyes, he said. Very well, go ahead. As he spoke, both charged at each other like moths to a flame. A barrage of fist techniques clashed, filling the air with tension. One attacked, the other defended. Shun Zhaobai unleashed a torrent of strikes, but Zhen Yan, with his vast combat experience, dodged effortlessly. After a prolonged assault, Shun Zhaobai stepped back, puzzling Zhen Yan. Shun Zhaobai taunted, just defending? Then block this. His body spun rapidly, forming a whirlwind around him. Charging forward, he roared, whirling medicine palm. Caught off guard, Zhen Yan was momentarily stunned but sidestepped the attack. After dodging, he praised, nice move, but too flashy. He lunged, grabbing Shun Zhaobai's ankle, his grip crushing the bones. Agonizing pain surged through Shun Zhaobai, his face darkening, veins bulging as he screamed. Zhen Yan said calmly, a good duel, young Master Shun. With that, he spun and threw him to the ground, creating a large crater. Shun Zhaobai lost all ability to fight. Watching from outside, Gu Yongming thought, we've all lost. What's so great about that? After 3 lackluster matches, Zhen Yan rubbed his shoulder, snorted, and looked at Gu Yongqing, saying, the duels are over. What do you think, clan leader Jiuyang? Not satisfied. Gu Yongqing's face was rigid with rage, his body radiating heavy killing intent. His hands clenched, trembling, as he thought, facing a mere caravan young master, and all 3 of my top aides lost. This guy's no ordinary foe. Even bringing others from the Jiuyang clan would be futile. Damn it. Like this, at the Qi-Wang assembly, we'll not only lose face, but become a laughingstock. With that, he sighed and proposed, young master, how about we step outside for a bit? Zhen Yan agreed. The 2 walked out to the bustling streets. Leading the way, Gu Yongqing said, this is a peaceful place. Must be plenty of suppliers for the caravan, right? He stopped, turned, and smiled, offering, are you interested in joining the Qi-Wang assembly? Before Zhen Yan could reply, he continued, not the Yinxia merchant caravan, just you alone. Join as a common warrior, and the Qi-Wang assembly will protect the entire caravan. Zhen Yan echoed, the Qi-Wang assembly? An organization led by the 4 great clans, Nangong, Dugu, Murong, and Shimin, excluding the Tang clan. Isn't it just a group of has-beens after the martial alliance shifted back to sect leadership? Gu Yongqing replied, true, but what's the issue? It's essentially a friendly rival to the martial alliance. Zhen Yan thought, rumor has it the Jiuyang clan only recently joined the Qi-Wang assembly. No wonder they're so obsessed with saving face. Taking a deep breath, he listened as Gu Yongqing coughed and continued, I heard Gu Yongho's men spread your story everywhere. Thanks to that, I've got no face left. He stepped closer, placing a hand on Zhen Yan's shoulder, saying, but I don't blame you. His eyes narrowed as he warned, I just hope you'll come to the Qi-Wang assembly to help me save some face. It's not a tough request. He thought, in this situation, the only way is to get the Yinxia young master to join, making others think he's under my command. But before he could revel in his plan, Zhenyan spoke. And if I refuse? Gu Yongqing maintained his calm facade, asking, why? There's no downside. Is a caravan young master really so slow to calculate? Zhenyan replied coolly. What's in it for a merchant's heir to join the Qi Wang assembly? I don't lack money, and sitting as a common warrior? If you don't want to fight me, forget it. With that, he turned to leave, saying, not exactly a pleasant stroll. He walked off, leaving Gu Yongqing brooding alone. But then, Gu Yongqing called after him. Hey, young master. One last chance. Do you want to see the Yinxia merchant caravan wiped out? His tone grew menacing. With the Jiuyang clan's power, sparing your life and framing you as a global criminal is child's play. Think I won't dare. He stepped closer, hand on Zhenyan's shoulder, continuing. Are you strong enough to stop me? Is that it? Even so, making an enemy of the Qi Wang assembly, why scorn others' goodwill? As he finished, Zhenyan grabbed his hand, slamming him into a wall, shattering it into pieces. He warned, enough, you maniac. If I wanted to kill you now, I'd wipe out the entire Jiuyang clan, got it? Then I'd pin it on your eldest son. Want to try me? Despite the threat, Gu Yongqing stayed calm, saying, I've heard plenty of harsh words in my life, but that one's unforgettable. Truly a man with no manners or regard for consequences. But, mid-sentence, his body erupted in a green aura, shouting, talk of fire when you've got the strength. He gripped Zhenyan's arm, enveloping them in the green aura. He smirked, thinking, this is my combined demon poison field, crafted to counter the 4 great clan leaders. No matter how strong you are, can you withstand this? But his eyes widened, exclaiming, what? My poison aura's being burned by lightning. Zhenyan's body was enveloped in a massive lightning aura, transforming him entirely. His grip tightened, making it hard for Gu Yongqing to breathe. Struggling to break free, he failed. As death loomed, Zhenyan released him, tossing him aside. Glancing at the gasping old man, he said calmly, all that bravado for this? He thought, must be because my white lightning tenfold technique has reached the 8th stage. Still defiant, the old man challenged. If you want to kill me, do it here. Kill me, and you'll just become a public enemy. But the Qi Wang assembly behind me, how will you handle that? At this point, who's the real loser? Zhenyan grabbed his head, saying coldly, the loser's you, Gu Yongqing. For those words, I'll make you regret them for life. In the courtyard, Gu Yongyun's group was being bandaged by maids. Suddenly, their eyes turned toward the door. Zhenyan kicked it open, striding in boldly, dragging Gu Yongqing behind him like a dog. He threw him to the ground. Seeing this, the servants rushed forward, shouting, Clan leader! Gu Yongming lost his composure, leaping up and yelling, Father! He glared at Zhenyan, demanding, Young master, what's the meaning of this? Zhenyan brushed his hands off, casting a cold glance and replying, Shut up, or do you want to end up like Gu Yongqing? Gu Yongyun, from behind, asked nervously, Is father still alive? Zhenyan answered, For now. He ordered, Mule driver, prepare a carriage outside immediately. The servant responded, Yes, sir. Gu Yongming stepped forward, saying, Young master, you'd better have a good reason for this. Zhenyan smirked, replying, A reason? He threatened me, saying if I didn't comply, he'd destroy the entire Yinxia merchant caravan and frame me as the culprit. His words left everyone stunned, eyes wide. He continued, Now, I'm heading to the Qi Wang assembly to report this. Guards, follow me and bear witness to today's events. Shun Zhaobai stepped forward, questioning, Wait, young master, do you even know where the Qi Wang assembly is? They don't have a fixed headquarters. The gatherings are held at the residences of the 4 great clan leaders. The closest is the Murong clan. Zhenyan nodded. Exactly. Guard team, along with Yinbao, keep watch and don't let these young masters do anything reckless. Huayan, handle today's matters and send word to the Martial Alliance. Huayan nodded. Understood. Zhenyan commanded. Let's go to the Murong clan. The carriage began moving slowly. Inside, Zhenyan gazed out, humming softly. The Guyang clan members trembled like frightened dogs. Gu Yongqing glanced at him, asking, Where are you taking me, young master? Zhenyan replied bluntly, Murong clan. Hearing the name, Gu Yongqing sighed, then said, "Hey, I'm thirsty. Get me some water." A guard replied, "The young master probably won't allow it." Zhun Yin smiled faintly. "The clan leader asks for water, and you refuse? How cold. You're not from the Jiuyang clan. You're assassins, aren't you?" As soon as he spoke, countless lightning bolts shot out from the carriage, leaving only pained screams. From outside, a voice called, "Young master, what's happening?" From inside, he replied, "Nothing. Keep moving." Turning to the remaining man, he asked, "Tell me, are you hired assassins?" The man stammered, "Why, yes." Jinyan asked, "What's your organization called?" He answered, "The Gold and Silver Assassins Guild, split into Gold Killers and Silver Killers. I'm a Silver Killer." At the grandiose name, Zhun Yin praised. "Sounds fancy. Truly a bunch obsessed with money." Turning to Guyang Qing, he asked, "How much did you pay them?" He replied, 6 men, 800 taels each." Zhun Yin remarked, "Because your reputation's still somewhat intact." He paused, then ordered the driver, "Stop the carriage." As soon as he spoke, Guyang Qing continued, 800 taels per person." Zhun Yin turned to the assassin, asking, "Those assassins, does that price check out?" The man replied, "It's more than usual." Zhun Yin shook his head. "Wrong." Pointing at him, he continued, "That 800 taels includes your life. Your leader sold you for that price. Once the Xia caravan job's done, you die by his hand." The assassin's eyes shot to Guyang Qing. Zhun Yin added, "To avoid family suspicion, killing the assassins is the cleanest way." His words were flawless, leaving Guyang Qing silent. Zhun Yin continued, "He's thorough, not wanting a speck of blood on him. As a righteous faction leader, you should get it. A life for 800 taels, cheaper than market vegetables. If you trained harder, you wouldn't be sold so cheaply. But then, hired killers hardly qualify as human." He clapped, praising, "A life of artistry, you bastards." Outside, 3 assassins, 1 cripple, and a corpse, quite the traveling troupe. After some time, they arrived at the Mu Rong clan. Seeing them, the clan's servants whispered, "Isn't that the Jiuyang clan leader? Who's with him? How'd he end up like this?" Hearing the commotion, Mu Rong Bin stepped out, asking, "Brother Jiuyang, why are you here? What's wrong with you?" He glanced at Zhun Yin, puzzled. "Who's this? I've never seen him." Introducing himself, he said, "I'm Mu Rong Bin, head of the Mu Rong clan. And you, young master?" Zhun Yin replied calmly, "I'm Li Zhun Yin, young master of the Xia merchant caravan." Eyeing the man, he thought, Mu Rong Bin, but isn't the Mu Rong clan leader Mu Rong Thursday? Turning to Guyang Qing, he asked, "Brother Jiuyang, why's the young master with you, and why are you bound like a criminal?" With no face left, Guyang Qing stayed silent. Zhun Yin spoke up, "Let me explain." He began recounting. "These are the men Guyang Qing hired." The man beside him turned to Mu Rong Bin, saying, "He dared threaten the caravan. This is serious, brother. If this gets out, the martial alliance will mock us. Better to imprison the young master." Before he could finish, Mu Rong Bin raised a hand to stop him. Looking at Jin Yin, he asked, "Young master of the Xia caravan, why come here? Afraid of repercussions, so you're reporting this?" Jin Yin smiled. "If you were in my position, clan leader Mu Rong, what would you do?" Mu Rong Bin pondered. "Someone threatening my family and framing me? I'd kill them, no question. But if it's Guyang Qing, we must consider the Jiuyang clan and the martial world's judgment." As he thought, Guyang Qing spoke up. "If you hadn't mocked me, hadn't ridiculed my loss to a caravan young master, if the assembly leaders didn't laugh at me, this is all your fault. You started this, so help me. What are you waiting for? Help me, and I'll do anything." As he finished, Mu Rong Bin stepped forward, striking a heavy blow to Guyang Qing's neck, knocking him out. He warned, "No more spectacles, or I'll be the one laughed at." Zhun Yin was slightly startled by his decisiveness. Mu Rong Bin turned to his men. "Imprison those 3 assassins and keep them alive." The servants replied, "Understood." Turning to Zhun Yin, he said, "My apologies, young master. This reception was lacking. The Chiwang assembly can't let such people in. You've gone to great trouble. If you're not leaving yet, why not stay for a meal?" Zhun Yin didn't refuse, nodding. "Sounds good. Makes the long trip worthwhile." Inside, the two dined together. Mu Rong Bin thought, the young master of the Xia caravan defeated the Jiuyang clan leader? Where did such a figure come from? After a pause, he spoke. Young master, how should we handle this? Have you thought it through? I can't kill Gu Yongqing myself, but I'll deal with it properly. Jinyan asked. What's your plan? Mu Rongbin replied. Send Gu Yongqing to the Martial Alliance. That way, the Jiuyang clan's grudge will fall on them, protecting both you and me. The Qiwang assembly may lose some face, but it's not critical. The other clan leaders will agree. Jinyan nodded. That's reasonable. He paused, then asked, Pardon my curiosity, but did the former clan leader Mu Rong Thursday perform the Golden Basin hand-washing ceremony? His question stunned Mu Rongbin for a moment. His eyes softened as he replied, Young master, your martial world news is outdated. My father's been missing for over a year. The words hit like lightning. Jinyan asked. Missing? Mu Rongbin replied. Even our clan has searched, but we've found nothing. I've lived with the guilt of being an unfilial son ever since. Jinyan recalled that a year ago was when he was reborn. That meant not only he, but Mu Rong Thursday had also died. Could it be? He asked. Did your father ever encounter the demonic sect? Mu Rongbin stroked his chin, pondering, then replied. Not the underworld, but the demonic sect? They've been silent for over 20 years. If they've resurfaced, why target only my father? It's bizarre. Jinyan thought. I've had no dealings with the demonic sect, yet they ambushed me. He spoke. If the former clan leader was surrounded by skilled swordsmen, what would you think? Mu Rongbin sighed. Possible, but my father wouldn't fall easily to mere swordsmen. Jinyan pressed. What if they were all at the realm of invulnerability to blades and swords? This stunned Mu Rongbin. Jinyan's eyes narrowed, recalling his past life. I fought a few who survived my 9-stage thunderstrike. With this Li Zhenyan body, even a 3-stage thunderstrike was too much. Compared to my past realm, they were extraordinary, at least invulnerable to blades and swords. If they used strange demonic arts together, even if you could hold out, only beings beyond the heavens, from the celestial realm, could do it. Even his son's search found no trace of such dominance. What were they hiding? What did the demonic sect want? The scene shifts to a rugged mountain range. A man approached, saying, Sword Demon, I've finally found you. He continued. The location of the Sword King. The Sword Demon looked at the approaching figure, replying, You've worked hard, Heavenly Demon. Everyone, prepare to move. It's time to hunt the Sword King. As he spoke, countless assassins appeared on the cliffs above, their eyes glowing red with an utterly terrifying aura.